I mean your head, KTK.
You motherfucker.
Language, child.
I love how I like how so many times you've sworn and you've never said language, and now you have.
Because it just registered again how there's a child present.
Oh, a child that's slapping Ash's face.
Yes, meaning they're close enough to hear.
Sit on him.
But
He's blowing raspberries in my face, and I'm getting showered in spit, and it's really
Ew.
gross.
Sit on him.
it's 50% your DNA. It's fine. But after setting out from the city of Scav and beginning your travels northbound toward the mountain range in no man's land between several of the countries, while most of the incidents so far have not been of anything truly to note, the only one really being a very large creature that created a pit of some kind on the main road. Apparently seemingly a strange occurrence, told to you by a odd, crazed, wild halfling person of sorts, who also told you a very strange story over a kingdom that once existed in no man's land and no longer does due to the allure and affection of a single woman who now appears in your mind after discovering the halfling is not only an illusion, but many more things are messed up in the instance, with Jack, Ashrin, and Volmer being unable to not see or think of her, even in the corners or the back of your mind. Almost like a residing thought, a parasite that just refuses to leave.
Be
And
gone,
even as
thought.
the...
Be gone, thought.
Oh. And even as a massive storm begins to rage above you all, the heavy pounding of the rain and the striking of thunder and lightning, you still can't help but see her, even into the nighttime where the darkness envelops all. Volmer, are you popping a hut tonight?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Okay. Who's taking first watch?
Either have I been doing Jack first or Volmer first, or Jack and Ash first?
I've been first.
Delmar will take
Maybe somebody who's not seeing creepy ladies in their vision?
Well, are we registering that that's an issue at this point, or is this like a?
I mean, at the moment, she's just currently just in that corner vision of yours.
Delmar
Okay, so
will
yes.
will happily take watch, especially during the night, so the finger wagglers can rest.
I'll take first, or I'll take second watch then.
Damar, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Getting there. Oh joy.
25. For most of the night, it's pretty difficult to see much of anything outside the dome. Even with your dark vision allowing you to see a lot easier in most cases. With that pelting rain and that cover on the dome and the cart. Makes it annoying to see anything outside, but even then you keep your focus. Nothing really of note occurs. Except for one little instance where you see this strange little solitary shadowy figure that just drifts past you all. Not even 20-something feet, just drifts past you all. Almost looks like an airborne jellyfish sort of thing.
Once.
We're gonna pop invisibility for that.
Are you telling us?
Not yet, unless someone happens to be already awake.
And
Not
the
at the
cart
moment.
is still moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's
just
so everyone knows.
drifting 20-something feet off, kind of lightly trailing.
Okay.
It's a important
Watch it.
question, since we've seen one before. We've seen multiple of these thanks to Ashrin. Is it a flump?
It is not.
Okay. You said jellyfish thing, so that's what my mind jumped to.
It looks like a jump in the sense that like it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep an eye out and let this. So the cart is being piloted by presumably no one at the moment.
The Pegasus, but yes, no actual person is piloting the cart.
Okay. So we're just gonna let the Pegasus do its thing, and let this presumably empty cart with only a Pegasus and all sleeping people roam the wilderness by itself. I will, of course, be invisible, but we're just going to let this happen.
As you continue to watch as that shadowy figure just kind of floats alongside you all, at some point, you're not exactly sure as to when it happened, but you notice it occur. The second one. The third one.
Okay.
At some point,
we're
half
gonna...
a dozen.
So who's up for next watch?
Volmer.
I'm going to start tapping Volmer awake.
Okay. Volmer's gonna get up, like, shaking, but like, what is it?
And one-on-one comms, there's some weird shit going on, and they're multiplying.
Okay, this party has seen a lot of weird shit. What type of weird shit is it? Is it like... You need to be more specific considering our experiences.
Jellyfish stuff?
Are you... I'm assuming you're pointing them out to me?
Yeah.
Can Volmer identify what they are at all?
Are you not still invisible?
Oh, I am, and I'm pointing,
yeah.
but Volmer can't see me, but he is
Yeah.
absolutely pointing to them.
But
I forgot he was invisible. Look at
they
that.
are creatures that Volmer you are aware of, being living as close as you do to these areas from Keeley. These are well, I wouldn't call them necessarily harmless so much as they're not a threat until threatened. They're known as ponderwolves. The reason why is because many people look at them and they think that they are thinking of what they're going to do next. But they akin them to scavengers of magical things. They're usually drawn to any magical source and usually wait for it to either stop or die.
What do they do when they find magic items?
They eat them.
Can the items be recovered after they eat them?
If recovered within a certain amount of time before they are digested into their systems, which is what is believed to give them their pitch black nature as they do in the middle of the night, which makes them nearly imperceptible to see. So for all you know, there could have been hundreds around you without you ever knowing.
And how long does it take? Because now I'm worried that we're gonna get to the owl bear nest and all the shit's gonna be gone. Or stuff.
Most people have assumed that it takes somewhere within a week to a month, depending on the item itself.
Okay.
And even then, they're also the reason why they are thought to be called ponderous, is the fact that they really don't pose too much of a threat. A massive group of them, sure, they'll probably suck you down, but
Oh
you
my.
just smack one and it probably goes down.
You're
Oh,
freezing.
don't worry, I knew that was coming, Jack.
That's what
Yeah,
she
just
said.
smack one and it goes down.
Okay.
Oh,
The harmless drama. Just they just are observers more than anything.
Okay. Sorry to bug you.
It is all good, my friend. And then Wilmer's gonna get back to trancing until it's his watch.
I know Ashton's going to take note on that. That's how you spell ponderwolf. But as you
I'm
continue
mildly
on,
concerned that they eat magic objects because all of us have magical items on us.
Yep.
I would
Very
know
important.
if they actually attack things.
And it's almost like you're literally walking with a magical Pegasus and a magical
Yeah.
dome on top of your carriage.
carrying like a super magical sword.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Fireball.
Good.
Didn't you say they were like harmless until they were attacked? Let's not find out what they're
Pretty
like
much.
when they're attacked.
You also
That's
said
that's
they're
not
weak.
something. That's not something I want to find out though. Jack. Okay, we're on the scale of fucking around and finding out. Currently, you want to go on the high end of fucking around. I don't want to hit that level of finding out.
But as your watch comes to a close, Dalmar, you're able to swap with Volmer. By that time, about 24 of these ponder dwarfs are now just floating around, just waiting for their opportunity to get at you all.
They're just keeping their distance.
At the moment, you are still a moving object after all.
Okay. I don't see why
Jack.
we should attack them.
Real quick for me, make me a survival check for the Pegasus. At disadvantage.
See, does it actually hit? Perception. Straight wisdom.
And it has no advantage to that, right?
No.
So 12. At some point during the night, Volmer. Actually, you make me a survival check as well to see if you can notice this.
Okay.
We just told it to stay on the road.
Nope. The night goes off without much of a hitch, as far as you're aware. Go ahead and make a perception check, Volmer.
Perception.
23. As you're keeping an eye out for the Ponder Wars, mostly just out of slight curiosity and just watching these literal figment shadows moving around the area. At some point, maybe about 2 or 3 hours into your watch, they start to go away. They start to just separate away from you. Eventually to the point where you no longer can see them in the rainfall and whatnot. Which, to you, being aware of what these little creatures are, can only tell you one or two things. Either they've found something better for them to snack on, or maybe actually dead for them to snack on, or something is scaring them.
Is there any way for me to try to observe their movements and check, or was that the survival check?
Unfortunately not, due to the fact that these things are very monotonous, and the only thing that can really give you any hinting is if you can actually see them clearly, which through the rain, pretty fucking hard.
Even with dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Is it raining so hard it's raining upwards?
I've never heard that, but that's really
The
cool.
three of us know, yeah. It can get to the point where it rains so hard that the rain comes up from underneath. And stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
I
it'll
bet.
hit
Oh, like it bounces off?
kind of ish.
Like it splashes off puddles.
It's hard
I
to explain.
remember one year my family went to Disney, but the Florida rain gets really bad, and we used ponchos, not umbrellas. So I was sitting there, like 8 years old, in a poncho. The water would splash off the puddles on the ground and go up my poncho.
That sucks. But no, around here, like, we get wind with the rain, and the wind
too.
makes it blow sideways.
that
And
type of
sometimes
Yeah.
the wind gets hard enough that it blows, like, up.
Upwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that also
Yeah.
makes sense.
So, like, umbrellas
Sorry.
here, not useful in the least.
Yeah,
I mean, you
like
could just hold the umbrella at a different angle.
you
no,
kind of
because
you
then
know.
the wind turns it inside out, and it's useless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cowards.
Umbrellas are the
The umbrella
fastest way to see
becomes
who's a
one
tourist.
Yes,
It is 100%. Like it, the whole like bouncing off the ground that happens too a lot. But like what Ashwin said with the wind, and also it will rain so hard sometimes that like you stick your hand out and you can almost not see your hand anymore. Like,
Jesus.
that's
I
kind of
didn't
what
realize
I'm
it
picturing
being
right
that
now.
bad.
That's like the most extreme of our rain.
That's crazy. I love it. But
I love the rain.
I hate
at the
rain.
very least, in the meantime, though, Volmer, as the ponder
I'm-
warps just flutter away, not seemingly following you anymore. At the very least, nothing else seems to currently occur. As you watch as the mountain face starts to approach in the distance with the flashings of lights being able to illuminate them ever so faintly before the sunrise.
Just want to note before you try to like make some crap about like you didn't say you cast alarm. I'm making it known now. I did cast alarm.
I know you did.
Okay, making sure because you've done that before.
I had a
But
weird mechanical question. So, like, the dome, you get to control the temperature inside, right?
Mhm.
Typically, the dome's like on
I don't
something
think I get to
flat,
control it.
but we have like,
I don't-
I believe you do.
yes, you do.
I'm pretty sure it's a comfortable temperature. I don't think I get to control the temperature. Like I can't make it hotter manually.
I think I know where you're going with this. There's holes on the side of the dome.
Yes.
Is the wind blowing in through the hole?
That's about feels.
I love how you hear in my fucking brain.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I
no, Volmer's right. It literally just instantly says that the atmosphere inside is comfortable and
Okay.
dry, regardless of the weather outside. Yeah, he has no control over it.
Okay, but there's holes.
Yeah.
On the
I was saying,
side.
what he has control over is if the dome on the inside is dim or bright.
okay. Yeah, I was just
Not
thinking
the
like,
question, though. They're trying to figure out if water is getting in.
I'm thinking more just like the cold breeze or whatever, just
Mhm.
like it being nice and toasty and kind of comfortable in there, and then all of a sudden you
And
get
then
that
occasionally
ice
just
cold
woof.
breeze.
So what I'm assuming is happening is that magic is making it so the second the wind gets in, it's warm.
A bit, yeah.
Because magic.
Random thought.
It's magic. It doesn't need to apply to real logic. Yes.
In either case, as the sun begins to rise and vision begins to clear, at the very least with the rain becoming something more of a more moderate falling, less thunder and more just standard drops coming down. What's one thing instantly to notice, both with the dawning sun and with everybody waking up, is that the path that you're now on is no longer the main road. It's a little bit off. Not terribly off. Still a bit ways off. At the very least, Volmer, as far as you could see with the Pegasus, nothing seemed off about it in that instance. Just seemed to deviate at some point without even you realizing it.
Ashran has turned into a druid.
But
Okay.
with the morning come, everyone gets their long rests as you so desire.
Can we see the main road?
Not at your distance, a bit off still. Not to mention the main road was only established by a beaten path more than actual establishment.
Yeah. If I kind of just like fly up, would I be able to get kind of an eyeball of where it's at?
Gonna need to go real high for that.
Fuck it. Let's see what the train looks like.
It is a fair distance, roughly 1,500 feet off. So the drift wasn't bad. Definitely had you drifting a distance off.
Anything look interesting as I peruse this wasteland?
Make perception check.
Don't fail me.
16. Nothing truly grandiose at the moment, though given you are now close to the mountain range, you can't help but notice the occasional shift of falling stones and pebbles just on the mountain sides. And while a part of you may have thought that maybe more of those lizards back in the beginning, some of these are far larger stones in question. Something larger moving amongst those rocks. Just can't see them.
Okay. Fly back on down. Relay all that to the group.
All right then.
Is that spooky bit still in my vision?
The moment that you think of her, you see her just in front of you in that moment. And even as you kind of clear yourself in that instance, you can't help but feel like you hear this hum in the back of your mind. What are you looking for, Dalmar?
Jack said that he's relaying to the group the shit that's moving out there. So,
Okay.
just being vigilant.
Okay.
Seeing what I see. Or seeing what I perceive, rather. It can be a slight difference.
Righty. But with that ailing thought of a singing woman in the back of your mind, Jack, and with Volmer and Ashton still having her just tickling there behind as well, as Ashton dies, she gives in to the thought.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Asher, no.
What are you all gonna do?
Well,
There you go.
we just know it's somewhere.
Somewhere on this entire mountain range.
Do you think maybe we should have followed the weird jellyfish things?
Okay, this is where we start using locate object and detect magic.
Yeah.
That's assuming that you didn't beat them here.
Yeah. 'Cause that is a possibility.
Well, it's also, I would argue there's a bigger possibility that they already have other magic items there too. Nothing to that extent, but something.
Yeah, but when we're doing locate object, because that's giving us our longest distance, that's a specific item.
True.
So we can't really use locate object. We could do detect magic, but if I remember correctly, that's only what, 500? Or no?
It's also 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Yeah, it's 1,000 feet.
In
Thanks to
the-
the orb.
In the orb, yeah. Where locate object was like a mile.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes it so we're not able to really search these mountains if it's like in a hole somewhere. You know what I mean? Or burrowed
I get
into a pocket. That's the only.
Did anybody
downfall.
see what the giant thing on the hill was?
No.
No? Jack's angle was really the only thing that gave him the sight to see that
And
thing
it's-
at all.
It's not maybe one of those owl things.
They weren't that big.
How far away is it?
From where Jack was flying, had to be some like 600 feet into the range of the mountain itself.
Let me go scout. I'm going to get mental comms going.
You want to do a flyby?
Yeah.
Okay. A princess carried Almar. Just because it's funny. Actually, no. Hold him like right underneath the armpit and stuff like that. So like his face is at the ground.
No. Pick him up by his scruff like a cat.
No. He's like my own personal ground radar.
So, did I hear that correctly? We have wandered off the main road.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Want me to join you guys?
If you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Ashley,
more eyes.
would you be fine with me joining, since that would leave you and Misha alone?
I mean,
And the Pegasus.
if I panic, get back down here quick.
Well, yeah, I assume that much.
Yeah. If something happens, the Pegasus can fly.
Yeah, okay. Just figured it'd be worth bringing up, since that's basically our that's 3 strong fighters all leaving.
You really don't think we should follow the magical jellyfish that are looking for magical items?
I think it's too late. Plus, we probably couldn't follow them if we tried, just due to how dark it was.
Which direction did they go? Did you see them?
Could Volmer tell which direction they were going in?
Sort of, not really. They kind of just drifted off in whatever direction they were. It wasn't so much that they had a purpose in the direction they were going, so much as they were just leaving your area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, have you ever tried chasing someone in all black out in the woods at night?
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
Especially when they climb up trees.
Yes.
That's a bitch.
Yeah. Laser tag was fun. Anyways,
Spotlight tag.
we
Spotlight
used
tag. I love spotlight tag.
laser pens for it instead.
Oh shit.
That was even more fun because all of a sudden you just see a beam across the whole yard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was fucking great. Like, you'd have a team hunting while the team hiding or whatever, and yeah, it was so much
I
fun.
don't even tag at that point. That's I forget what the game's
Yeah.
called. In Boy Scouts, we played a game where it was like you had to try to get to base, and there was one person with a flashlight at base who was trying to stop you. And if they got the flashlight on you, then you were out.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Memories. Anyways, sorry. I grew up in the woods, so like. Oh fuck. Yeah.
It's D&D with this party. We're gonna have some ADHD.
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Anyways,
Mine's been fucking bad lately.
I guess I will use my boots to fly along with those two.
Yep. Holding
Go ahead, make
Dalmaro as a
perception checks. There's 3 of you.
ground raider.
Can I see anything from the ground while I'm sitting here?
I'm gonna
Let's
give
see.
Dalmar advantage.
No.
Ashrin.
No, I can't.
I was gonna say, do it with disadvantage for me real quick.
Oh. Okay.
Perfect.
God damn it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pegasus has a passive 16.
Oh yeah, Fulmer, you may get disadvantage as well.
Okay. Wait, why am I at disadvantage?
Because of the spooky bitch.
Oh.
Try as you might to take your mind off of it, and Ashrin, more than anyone, just mostly deeply unsettled by the fact that a woman keeps appearing in your line of sight, and even if she is rather striking in appearance, it's still none at all that more terrifying that no matter where you look, no matter how much you try to not think of her, she just keeps appearing
I don't
every
know if
single
at
which
this
way.
point Ashrin starts like freaking the fuck out and is like, "What do you want?" She's just talking to nothing, and Misha's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
You can if you want.
I don't know if I want to. No, I must not acknowledge her. I am internally freaking out.
And that's exactly where the Nat 1 comes into play, where she's just like, no, don't think, just don't think. Zero thoughts, zero looking, just don't do anything.
Nope.
Head empty, head empty, head empty.
I can't remember.
Meanwhile, Volmer, for you, every single time that she appears, either among some of the rocks, curled up, crying, hiding, one way or another, you can't help but, like, gotta look away. You can't keep focusing on areas where she's at, and it makes it extremely difficult to get anything and see anything at all. Meanwhile, Damar keeping a close eye and surveying the land very carefully. And while you do see movements of the occasional lizard-like creature. You do also see figures that far more resemble something more towards a standard creature, more animalistic in nature, beast-like. And occasionally, you can't help but notice these wisps of silver and gray, almost giving off a supernatural sensation. Forms of undead hang within these mountains. Thankfully, all a very fair distance away from you all at the foot of the mountain. But once you get in there, well, who knows?
Great zombie mountains! Woo!
Let's go see it.
If I use Jack as a focus for flying voids, does it become radiant damage since he's a paladin?
Who knows?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I feel used. Oh.
Also, Volmer, I do have a vial of holy water on me.
Oh, that would work.
So
I can't remember last session. Did I try remove curse?
No. Number one, I don't believe you had it prepared, and number two, you don't have the paladin ability yet.
No. It's a spell.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you had it.
Oh, I had it prepared.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't believe you did. Partially because it was towards the end of the session, and partially because I don't think you had the thought in the moment.
Yeah.
But regardless, while there is definitely several moving things in the mountain, at the very least, none of them so far towards the outer edge that seem to be of hostile nature, or at least extreme hostile nature.
why don't we
Not
lower
until you start
altitude
climbing.
a little bit so we can see what's going on?
What's up?
I'll bring us down a little bit just to get a better view for him.
Yeah.
Still,
And for the most part, the more outer edge and down low you get, the less activity there is. Whatever creatures reside here, they all like the high up places, or at least the more hidden locations.
I think Dalmar wanted to be a little bit closer to the high up, right?
Closer to the movement, wherever that was.
Yeah, so we'll
There
go.
are several. So where are you looking for? Lizard-like creatures, beast-like creatures,
The,
aberrations, undead.
We're ignoring the little lizard stuff. Want to look at the beasts, the aberrations, and the undead. See what kind of threats we're dealing
Are
with.
there big lizard-like things?
There are.
How many legs do they have? A lot?
I would say with Damar's 29 perception, a couple of them seem like they have more limbs than your standard humanoid, and some of them even have a weird scale-like pattern, but a humanoid-esque shape. As to what the fuck that means, fuck if Dalmar knows.
At a game, I just had an idea of what might be up here. I guess starts with an A, if I remember correctly.
The only thing I can think of is not... as a player, the only thing I can think of is a thrycrane, but those are not reptilian. Those are insectoids. So
You are thinking
It's
like
a-
fancy
it's
shit. I'm
speedy
thinking
boy.
like it's a lizard.
Like up here or something like that. It's a speedy, big ass fucking lizard, dude. It's fucked.
which reminds me of that one time I played that thrycrane in Casey's campaign, and it lasted like
Oh,
2
God.
sessions.
One where you got turned
Yeah.
into like a human woman.
It was an
A
elven
human
woman.
Or
woman?
elven woman, yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
my,
You went
Okay,
from a
first
bug
that.
dude to
yeah,
an elven woman. Oh, right.
yeah.
Fate worse- That's a
I
fate worse
forget
than death.
what happened, but my like I had a really cool build. I had this because the thrycranes have the 4 arms, and I was doing like multi-armed, multi-attack, jumping bullshit, and then
It
the
was DM
character
bullshit.
dies.
It wasn't
Yeah,
like you
and then
died.
something happened, and I got reincarnated, and he rolled in the DM roll, which totally screwed over the entire build.
Yep.
And because Thri-Kreens are what they are, they just wear a loincloth. So I got reincarnated into this mammary monster elven lady with wearing just a loincloth.
Oh
Yeah, that was a thing.
no!
I think the campaign ended there, or I got a new character or something, but it just...
It ended after
But, yeah.
like 3 or 4 sessions after that or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the thing.
ADHD. It's
Yeah.
real.
I should just keep track of how many ADHD.
Oh, it's gonna be a fucking lot.
Squirrel!
Yeah. The thing I was thinking of though was the campaign 1 critical role. The monster they fought up in the mountains where Percy got the lightning heart. That's the appear or whatever it's called.
Wow.
Okay.
Didn't get that far.
It was more for KTK and
Yeah,
Ashton.
I know it. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a lightning snake.
Well, it's like a
Or lightning
lightning
centipede, more accurately.
It's a lizard type thing, but it's got like 10 sets of legs. It's fucking huge or large, and fast as fuck with a lightning attack.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of the name right now at the top of my head, but I know exactly what you're on about.
I keep expecting a boulet at some point, but
I mean, you don't know. You may have just you may have avoided getting eaten by one with that pit.
It's a
We
bahir.
100% did.
Okay, that
But here, there
not
you go.
bahir. Yeah,
It's the here to fuck shit up.
I'll put it in general. So this is what I was like. How many legs does it fucking have?
Oh god, that thing's terrifying.
Oh,
I
it's
just
it's
found
fucking
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
You can look up
That's cool.
creatures in the mountains, and it gives you a whole list of things that'll be found in mountains, and I love
Yep.
it. I
Super
use
nice.
that for DMing occasionally when I do DM.
Yeah.
yeah, that thing. I love that thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to fuck with anything super scary until we have to.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Let's
But
head on back.
I guess if you can figure out what's up there, that's good.
yeah.
We
I
have
guess the big
So-
question would be is how close would you try risking these things seeing you?
Just close enough to get it to be able to positively identify.
with his sight, probably
With his sight, he would have to describe it to you all from a distance.
Yeah, let's go with that because I don't want to get too close with all the fucky nature of shit going on right now.
Agreed.
In that case scenario, I need the 3 of you to roll intelligence checks. With Jack and Volmer at disadvantage.
And Ashrin?
It doesn't matter.
No. Actually, yeah, group comms. Yeah, so yeah, Ashrin. Yeah. At disadvantage for you as well, Ashrin.
19.
It
Does-
didn't roll.
Misha, no?
I was gonna say, I actually might roll one for Misha too, just for shits and giggles, and see if she,
She
like
is in
turns it and is like,
comms, and
oh yeah, that's a
Unfortunately.
monstrous terror from the Feywild. I like those things. They were really scary.
Oh god.
I didn't like them. They were scary. That's
Yeah,
what
that-
Misha thing.
Weird to ask. Could my Pegasus roll?
I'd
Is
have
it
to
this
say
celestial?
no. Only because of the fact that it doesn't actually have any true knowledge. It is just sentient.
Okay, I just, you know.
Wasn't it in a way born yesterday?
Kinda, yeah.
Literally.
I want to read.
Also, my D&D Beyond is broken. Or my Beyond 20 is broken. Oh, maybe it's working now. Damn, Misha is like... She has nothing better to do than listen to you guys list off monsters.
Okay, so like it is. You summon a spirit. This thing's a fucking spirit of something. I don't know. Anyways, that's interesting.
That's D&D 4. We didn't want to have you just kidnap a Pegasus out of nowhere.
Yeah, 'cause
Kinda,
Older
loosely.
editions, that's what happened with summon
Yeah,
monsters
it
and stuff
has
like
it
that.
has like legitimate reality. You're literally just robbing it from its realm.
Yeah.
Why would it work with? Why would it even want to work with you then? Like, oh, you
Because you're
kidnapped me,
forcing
yeah,
it by
that's
magical
messed
binding.
It's
Oh
magical.
shit! Is that what I did with the goddamn unicorn?
Loosely?
Except
He
the
was
unicorn
so
seemed-
nice.
But the unicorn seemed to willingly.
It's also because the unicorn is also lawful good, and it sees people getting hurt, and it's just like, oh, you guys are fighting that thing? What the fuck is that? I'll help you.
Older
I
editions.
asked nicely.
Yeah.
I love how it's like I have no fucking clue who you are, but you're fighting some abomination against all of the gods. So like,
Yeah.
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 Lawful good.
Older editions, it was straight up, okay, slave collar. Yep, you will obey. That's why typically things you summoned, kind of like elementals in 5th edition, where if you lose your concentration, they stay
goes
for the
wild.
duration and they go wild.
Yeah.
Older
Humans
editions,
and
I
devils are
had
like that
things like
too.
that too.
I was looking at summoning spells before, because you guys know I like summoning.
Yep.
Which I still kind of want to make a conjuration wizard one day. At the same time, I feel like I like wizard so much because Volmir lets me play aggressively.
Yeah. By the way, Damar, do you make your intelligence check?
Oh, no, I
Why
did
does
not.
Dalmar have to make one?
Because he's also trying to identify these creatures.
Oh, okay.
He's not at disadvantage, so that's
He is not.
Hey!
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 Natural fucking 20.
Hey!
So for the most part, the only creatures that needs to aid in describing to you are mostly ones that he has never heard of or been aware of for one reason or another. For example, like the chokers. As their names are aptly named, they are creatures that love to slither and hide between caves and mountain ridges, waiting for unsuspecting prey, where they can quite literally use their lizard slithery arms to quite literally choke the life out of you.
Is that
And
what
what's
we're
even
supposed to
better
do?
about
Can
it
we
is
have-
that
Can you like show us images of these
Yeah,
things
I
as you
can-
describe
I can send
them?
you.
Because that'd
I
be
can-
great. I need a picture.
I can send you that picture real quick.
Jeez.
I feel like having just a description is somehow more terrifying.
I mean, that's how it works.
Maybe. I don't know.
It-
This picture is
the-
probably going to be creepy too.
It's the horror movie principle of show,
Dude.
like if you show the monster but you don't actually show the monster.
Oh God! What is that?
Nope.
That's a choker.
Picture's worse than the description.
Okay, let me open
I was
it
gonna
up.
say, you didn't get
Look
to
at
the
the
point where
hands in
the
that thing.
literal hands
Hey!
have spikes in them, so if you try to get away from it, all it has to do is just grab
Can
you.
I
Oh.
invent guns just to shoot this thing?
Oh God! Look at its mouth.
Because like the way you were
Please.
describing it, I thought you mix up
I
choker
thought it would
and
use
like
a tail.
roper. Because you started to sound like
no,
the
because there is
roper.
choker and roper, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would like use a tail or something. That's how my brain was going.
Ew! What is up with its freaking bone in its hip there? That
Well,
doesn't
actually, if you
belong.
want to
What
know
is
that
happening?
answer, Astrid, with the intelligence of a Volmer and a natural 20 of a Dalmar, who can just analyze that real quick, it has no bones. That thing is full cartilage. AKA, if you try to run away from it in a tight space, it can just
It's
just
gonna
slip its way through a
octopus
crack.
Through cracks.
I hate all of that. Can we not fight these things? They're creepy as fuck.
I'd rather
Hey,
fight a
KPK, does
Tridentia.
it also have 3 hearts and
No, no.
Another thing that is spotted in the distance, and while you have to keep far greater distance from it due to the fact that it is a creature that seems winged in nature, at the very least with far more higher rolls than I was expecting, one can easily identify it as a periton.
What?
terrified you were gonna say
I
a rock.
know I've seen this one before.
Picture?
You have.
I'm
Dragon
just imagining a
Screen
parrot
Edition.
person and it's fine. Everything's okay.
Periton.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute. Oh, I love
Ooh,
that.
he's pretty.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
really pretty.
cool.
And also, it literally hates anything humanoid. Straight up, with natural 20 and high rolls, these things full-on target humanoid specifically. Why?
Oh.
No one
Stay the
truly
fuck away
knows.
from those.
Yeah,
Because
but for
humans
whatever
fucking
reason, these creatures just absolutely love eating humanoid hearts.
So by humanoid, you mean all humanoid, not just humans.
Yes.
Yes.
Making sure.
However,
Damn.
it does have a preference for elves, humans, and half-elves because they're
fully
more
expect-
delicious.
Say like tieflings and cowish stuff.
So I know why I know what this monster is because it fucking is one of the steeds I could summon. And we had looked that
Oh
up.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can summon one of those?
Yes.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's a fucking full-on evil one.
A griffin, a
hate-
pegasus, a paraton, a direwolf, a rhinoceros, or a saber-toothed tiger.
Jesus.
Hold on,
Right.
hold on. We could be riding around on a fat unicorn and you summoned a Pegasus?
We
Because
talked
it
about-
flies.
This one also
Yeah.
flies, but I think Pegasus is faster. Unironically, this one
Yes.
flies at 60. I believe Pegasus is 80.
But we could be
Pegasus
riding
90.
around on a chonky unicorn.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I brought that up when he first summoned,
I
making a
think
joke
so
about-
too.
Yeah, I'm good. I'd rather have something that can fly because it's been so fucking useful with all the goddamn flying shit.
Not to mention, rhinos are known to charge random shit because they don't have good eyesight.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Feeling a little called out here. Good eyesight isn't everything.
They have a bad attitude to match it. Bad eyesight, and just like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'll just charge it.
That's valid. I understand that.
But one creature that
It's a
Even with
better
Dalmar's
passive
natural
perception than
20.
I do.
would have no way of knowing what this creature is, but at the very least can do a very good job of analyzing and describing it to Volmer, who can easily identify it as something known as a hook horror, an entity
Oh,
of
fuck.
the Underdark, which is a hulking monstrous creature which, as the name entails, with hooks, has 2 hooks for arms and a bird-like head that's on an elongated neck. Almost seems like it has a bug-like carapace
Oh.
on its back.
I know what
Which
these are, and I'm
Only
not.
entails
Oh god.
that either something from the other Underdark migrated here, or one of these mountains have a cave that leads to the Underdark, and this one just so happens to have found its way up. Which
I
also
fucked
tells you
these
that
guys up in
I don't-
Baldur's
God
Gate.
knows how
Yeah,
many else
they-
there are of these.
I don't want to go to the Underdark.
Nope.
I don't think anyone does. No one likes the Underdark. Not even the people who live in the Underdark like the Underdark.
No.
As a
And the last
player,
thing that is...
I like it.
Oh,
It
it's
is
really
pretty.
fucking cool. Yeah.
With all
It-
the glowy shit.
It's creepy and fucky, and I like that.
Yeah.
But
And the last thing that's really notable in essence for a lot of the more visual creatures is upon seeing what seemed to be just a nice little goat just hanging out in the mountains, just enjoying its life doing goat things,
Fuck yeah.
until
cool.
eventually when it gets in front of one of the caves, just a large solid thread of white just launches onto and just pulls it in
Oh
without
no.
any remorse or effort whatsoever. Something which both Delmar and Volmar would know, Volmar from living here for a while, and Delmar having encountered one as a guard animal of sorts. Only reason he survived is because he could cut those said threads and get the fuck away from it. Is a cave fisher, which is essentially a
No.
tarantula, scorpion, crab,
No.
spider.
Not send a picture of this, I will leave.
I'll spoiler it for you.
Thank you.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I hate that I'm tempted to actually go and open
You
that
should be
up.
tempted. Just glance it and then
Oh.
I know I'm going to hate it if I do, and I know I'm going to hate myself if I do.
you
You
will. It's
Fuck, that's terrible. Oh, why did I look?
That's on you, bud.
Spoiler. You spoiled it. You spoiled it for me specifically, so I would not look. Why did I?
And then you
go
looked
and-
anyway.
Yep.
Oh
I looked
god.
at it. This isn't the first time I did this. I do this every time.
Yep.
Yep. I think the only
I
thing
mean,
worse
I-
than
Night.
this one is
I
the
don't remember
fucking
if it was
Twin
this
Echo.
Discord or a different Discord, but there's literally an image that you're supposed to send spoiler, and it literally says, he clicked the spoiler, get him!
Oh Jesus. Yeah, no.
I love
I
jokes like that,
hate
where it's
that
like playing
thing.
with the formatting.
Ew,
Oh, it's
got the
great.
little
It
thing
la- it
on the
latches
end of
onto
its
a creature.
butt.
Yeah, it latches onto a creature, if I recall correctly, from at the very least 60 feet away. Yep, 60 feet away, and it just goes yoink.
Yep.
Okay, so we're staying the fuck away from that cave.
I think the only thing worse than this thing is a Twidentia.
No.
It's a
Worry about that.
Twidentia.
No, don't ask. You don't want to know.
I'm
I
pretty sure
don't
we've already
want to know,
sent
but
it.
I'm
Yeah,
going to ask because that's how I am.
I'm 90% sure he's
I
already
ask
sent it in
things
the
and I
Discord.
regret it. I don't know why this is surprising to you. This is how I've always been.
I was
Think
saying, it's just a spider but legs, right?
Think of like a Roomba,
Awful.
but that's a spider's body, and then it's just like 30 fucking legs
Legs.
around it.
Yeah,
30 like oh god,
yeah.
no,
You
fuck
sent
that.
it.
And it's
I remember this.
size huge, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
Yeah, literally just think of a Roomba but spider.
yeah,
Roomba but spider.
Yeah,
yeah. It's fucking.
it's a thing. It doesn't have a head. It doesn't have a butt. It just is.
Yeah,
No,
got legs and a mouth.
There is a proper amount of legs that is okay
On a creature.
on a creature. I think 8 is probably pushing it. Anything more than that, it's
I don't even
No.
think I don't even think 8 is pushing it. I think 8 is just too much.
that's yeah, maybe.
So 30's not okay. Got it.
30's not okay. No, I can't even do teeny tiny little house centipedes, millipede things. They freak me the fuck out.
Centipedes can all burn.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. God, that's
I
got.
don't care how much we're like, they're harmless. They take care of
No,
spiders
I
for
don't
you.
care.
I
Have you
just.
seen the giant ones that are like freaking poisonous?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Have you seen the size of the megafauna size centipedes?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
No, and I don't want to. I don't want to, Delmar. I never want to
Terrifying.
see that.
We're not looking.
You know the big old fatty like gummy worms?
Continuing on. We're not talking about things with too many legs anymore. Let's go.
Well, I mean, we are talking about things with too many legs, because so far you've encountered. Oh, never mind. You've only encountered one thing with too many legs.
This is how I leave the party. Not even like as a character, but as a player.
But
It's been nice knowing y'all. I'm
at
out
the
like
very
Carol.
least, with a quick surveillance and whatnot going on, you can at least get the quick glances of those kinds of creatures within the nearby area. Unless you want to start flying deeper into the mountains and seeing what the fuck else doesn't hang out on the edges of the mountains. What actually hangs out in the mountains?
No, not right now. Nope, especially after seeing the flying thing that hates humanoids.
Yeah.
We could take it.
But
Probably.
FYI, to add further onto that intelligence check, you are very aware that these things hate humanoids to such a point that they will literally look at you, eyes go red, and they will not stop. They will not stop until they get your heart or die trying.
I
So
hate that.
murder hornet level.
Yeah,
hatred.
pretty much.
We could take them.
We could, but I'd rather not.
You know, Volmer, I'm starting to think you just have a vendetta against giant bird.
Yes.
Yeah, he hates flying things.
Also, I'm not doing this in character. Volmir is still very much out of it.
I think we head back to the cart at this point.
Yeah.
You
Agreed.
finally make your way back to the cart, and seeing Ashton kind of just like, I don't know why to say huddled up in the cart, but definitely like taking shelter in there, just trying
Yeah, no,
not
I'm just
to
like
look anywhere. Yeah. While Misha's just doing her best, just like running around, just like trying to find things to like beat around and stuff.
I'm gonna
Just
go up to
getting
Ashrin
zoomies.
and just hug her and then cast Remove Curse and see if that helps.
Nothing seems to occur. Jack, make an intelligence saving throw real quick for me.
Oh, great. Jack just got worse.
As you are caressing Ashrin and you cast the remove curse, which seems to not work at all, there's a genuine brief moment that as you're stroking her vibrant hair, it turns gold. Her skin no longer red, but a gentle white. You have to blink yourself out of it, but it's still Ashrin. But it wasn't.
fuck.
But it is.
Don't like that one. Okay. Need to check my spells.
Don't like this at all. Fucking creepy lady.
I wonder why this area isn't claimed by anyone.
Probably the creepy lady.
There's probably so many other things other than creepy lady. Let's be real.
Man, it's almost like there's an Underdark creature in the fucking mountains. Can you imagine that thing coming down the mountain?
Can you imagine, like, oh, what happened to your kid? Oh, that was just Timmy. He was just eaten by a hook horror. It's normal around here.
I guess I'll have
like
another one
Timmy,
next year.
But I say no one liked Timmy anyways. I'll have another one next
Already working on his little brother. We don't need Timmy anymore.
year.
They say the mountain folk breed like rabbits, but you know,
They kind of
it's
have
because we lose our kids so early.
to. They have to keep their population numbers up.
Oh God.
I'm gonna do the detect good and evil thing. Are there any, like, bits of possession on us? Kind of what I'm going for?
Does detect good and evil give you that?
I don't.
If there's an evil spirit possessing us, he would detect that. Because it would be an undead entity within range.
Oh, so it's just undead within range, then no.
Yeah, okay. That's...
So it is not a form of possession as you were thinking.
But
I was thinking because, like,
interesting.
magic circle, if it was possession, would make it so we couldn't be possessed type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining Dalmar shows up, but
I mean, Dalmar's being carried by Jack, so.
Dalmar's a wee bit evil, just slightly.
It doesn't actually detect evil, the alignment, like old editions does.
No, it's
Oh,
so
okay.
misleading.
Yeah. It only detects, like, fiends, fae, and undead.
You know what another misleading spell is? Calm emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That
technically not.
actually doesn't calm emotions.
No, it just dulls them.
No.
Yeah, it just makes it so like they just
It has a whole thing that it does, but I don't think it actually calms you.
no. Well, logically speaking, it doesn't calm you. It just makes it so it's like neutral. Everyone's neutral. Like there is no hatred in this circle right now, so your emotions aren't calmed. It's just no one hates each other.
It suppresses
okay.
charmed or frightened. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alternatively, you could make your target indifferent about creatures of your choice that is hostile towards. So
Okay, yeah,
three
so, yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So three specific
Why would we do
things.
that?
But it doesn't, like... I mean,
It
I
doesn't
think a lot
actually-
of
yeah.
people rule that it actually does calm people down
Yeah.
if you use it in, like, a roleplay-esque situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait. So that said creature, not humanoid, right?
Yeah, creature. So it literally can work on anything. So yes, you can cast this upon like an aberration and just be like, you don't hate us right now. And it's
I
just
was
like,
thinking
I
the
don't.
beautiful bird deer thingy.
good.
It's a human
That's-
just
that's a
cast
s- That is assuming that it fails its saving throw.
When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again.
Yeah.
Unless the
It can be
DM rules
hostile,
otherwise.
I feel like it'd be hostile anyway.
What save did we first?
Intelligence.
Intelligence?
Yeah, it's all been intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy that Volmer fucking failed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the joke was that the only two people who succeeded were Misha and Dalmar.
Yep.
That's how I
They're
know it
literally
was
too
intelligence.
stupid to comprehend the terror of this thing.
Okay, my explanation for Volmer is that
Oh,
he's
her? That's
scary.
just our new friend. She's chill.
Yeah. Literally,
Give up
Midge's just
winning
like,
to
that
your
was a really
schizophrenic
pretty
demon."
story. It's sad that it happened.
So... Disease, it probably would have been con, but... I'm gonna try it anyways. Lesser Restoration on Astrid. See if that does anything. Either cure disease or end a condition affecting it. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Does not work. Make me know the intelligence saving throw. 11. This time before even finishing the casting of your spell, and in full acknowledgement that she looks like that woman, you still try and help her. You want to help her. She is the target of you we want to help. And even after it doesn't work, all you can think in your mind is, oh good, she's okay. She's perfectly fine. It takes you a solid 20-something seconds to remember, oh yeah, what about Ashran? And you look back at her and just like, oh yeah, it didn't work.
Comforting.
That's really gonna frustrate Jack. Does not like that. Alright, Peach can go back to thinking about different fucking spells, because this is not... Nope.
But
What you guys deal with.
as you guys are here, and you spent
I'm
a
so
good chunk of
tempted.
time searching the mountains, so it's a little bit into the late morning, almost mid-afternoon, or sorry, almost midday. What you guys doing?
Actually, Bulmer, can you do detect magic?
Yeah.
See if there's any magic on us that can be dispelled.
Let's see why not. Start casting. Can I actually cast it into the orb?
Can
I cast it into the orb.
casting detect magic into the orb, and at the very least, while it's a little bit on the hard side to like identify off of all the magic that is on you guys and the bright ass Pegasus that's directly to your left, at the very least, trying to very closely analyze any and all differences and whatnot, trying to like move magic items to make sure like it's not catching one of those instead. As far as you can tell, there is no magical detectable thing here. It's not a spell, just something strange.
Oh god damn it! Is this mother again? Kidding. Could you imagine though, just mothers feeling particularly petty? I'm gonna curse this one fucking area. Watch this. It's gonna be the funniest shit you've ever seen.
Hey, Vollmer, give me a really quick
Intelligence
wisdom
check.
check.
Wisdom check. Okay.
Wisdom check.
Wait, that's a crescent check. It's 20.
As you kind of say that internally to yourself, it's like, God damn it, it's Mother again. It's the first
I
time
wasn't
you've really
actually saying that. I was making a joke. I
gave it to you.
What the
Because
thought?
even then, it's just the thought of it. It's like, well, that's a weird thing, kind of like Mother. You haven't thought on her too much lately. And just that lingering thought also makes you think, huh, I don't feel the other bit anymore.
I don't feel Eardle.
No? Eardle's still there. There was the other one.
Oh shit!
Other one.
Emo twink.
Devil? No, that.
You never had control over it, but at the very least, when you tried to think on it, you could feel it.
Okay.
Just this lingering thought, you don't feel it.
So, sword time, because I've been able to use that to contact him before, correct?
Well, you've attempted, you've never succeeded.
You could just sending.
Oh, sending. Yeah, duh.
Yep.
Jeez.
Okay,
There's a reason that made you get that spell.
That one was bad. I would. Well, it's because you made me get the spell that I forget I have the spell.
That's what she's saying. I made you get this spell for
Sending.
communication reasons.
Yes, but it's a level of I don't register it because I didn't shoot. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Yep.
No, I
Fine,
understand.
it's
Yeah, I
fine.
get it.
Also looking through my spells. Kind of funny. Jack can marry himself to someone?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Paladins have that.
Yeah, ceremony.
What is that
And
now?
as long as Jack can marry himself to somebody, another willing creature, and as long as he's within 100 feet of them, he gets a +2 to AC, and so do they. And I think one other thing.
30 feet of each other
30 feet. Wow. Okay, less than I thought.
for 7 days.
7.
Yeah, and it's not just me. I could do it. I can marry anyone.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So he can bind, say, Volmer and Misha for all he cares. As long as they both consent to being married to each other for 7
I'm
days.
not marrying the dog.
yep.
They get a +2 to the AC for within 30 feet of each other.
And they can only get the bonus of that ritual once, unless they're widowed.
Oh, that's right.
Uh huh.
That's awful.
Yeah. Also have funeral rites, dedication, coming of age, plus waters. I can make my own holy water.
Mhm.
Atonement. But it costs 25 gold to do the
Enact.
spell. So
It's not the worst thing
I
in the
mean,
world.
25 gold isn't too bad to get hit.
Yeah.
25 gold of powdered silver.
Not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not exactly on hand
Yeah.
currency. Or
Oop.
material, more accurately.
Sorry, I was just counting words and then had to cut a word.
Casting your spell and sending out your message. No reply.
Did the message go out, though?
It did.
Okay, because that means he's alive at least. But that's a little worrying.
Yeah, especially since all these people have turned on us recently.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, let the world burn.
Now make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, great. Knew it was coming.
With a +3.
With a +3.
I rolled a 4.
Very good.
That's enough?
You're good. Nothing happens. You're fine.
Fine is a very subjective term. Volmir is many things. He is not fine recently.
Is there any check I can make to try to figure out what this could be and like ways to counteract it? If it's not possession, it's not magical influence directly.
History. See if you've even heard anything about something like this.
See if the knowledge still remains. Nope.
Nope.
Can I join him in that role?
You can if you so want to. Also, Jack, intelligence saving throw. With disadvantage this time. 13, because you already got your +3, right?
Yeah.
Thinking on that, trying to think on history, be like, okay, what kinds of things can happen with this? Well, there's no woman in this history. There's no woman in this history. The woman didn't show up here. She also didn't show up here. You're searching for the woman in history. 23. It's extremely rare, and situations like this where it's like persistence in history and stuff like that, the closest thing that you can even think of is occasionally an undead aberration, a spirit of some kind has wiggled its way into the mind of a person. And in many cases, people have alluded it to curses or maybe a magical illusion of some kind. But unfortunately, in many cases, no solutions have been found for most cases that this did happen. Either the person somehow knocks themselves out of the infatuation or the odd nature that they're in, or they just die at some point before they even can solve the problem. Many have hypothesized that it links to possession, but at the same time, both with Jack and other paladins, many have declared that it is different from possession. At the very least, the only thing that can be agreed upon is that if there's one surefire way to get rid of something, it's to kill its source. As to finding that source, though, that's the big question. Intelligence saving throw.
Perfect.
I'm imagining I need to make that intelligence saving throw as well. I did roll a history check.
Oh, you did as well. Yes,
it
you
was
do.
better than Volmer's.
Even with the +3, as you're trying to think through these stories and tales, kind of like Jack, every once in a while you're kind of like, oh, but that also had nothing to do with a beautiful woman. Oh, but this situation did happen. Oh, but they weren't possessed by a woman. Things like that. That's just like, you still have the information, but you branch off and always try and link it back to her in some way.
Mm.
Jack, make me a perception check.
Burn this mountain to the ground.
19. As you are doing your best, kind of just trying to clear your mind, clear your head, there's brief moments where you can't help but look up, look around, and you don't see anyone. No one. Not your friends, not even your Pegasus. You just see a small shack, disheveled and distant, before seemingly like one of the drop of rains manages to land just perfectly on your head to knock you back to the reality.
Oh, these visions are getting weird.
I have a terrible idea.
Have any of you seen a shack yet?
No.
No, does not mean.
Nope.
Did it look like it was in this area?
Relatively, in retrospect, kind of felt like it felt the same ecology as the entirety of this section of No Man's Land.
I have an idea.
I do too.
I also. What is your idea?
Start with Ashrin.
I slap the shit out of Jack, and then I kiss him.
You just do it?
Yeah.
Both of you make me intelligence saving throws. Jack at disadvantage.
Can he get advantage since he's turned on?
Does not.
Oh! Fuck you, KTK! I call bullshit on all this.
Ashrin, you feel yourself. As you pull back in that moment, you see Jack. Jack is there. It almost feels like things are okay for the most part. But Jack, as you pull back, you see her. You just kissed her. And it felt good. Make me another perception check.
Damn it. So I'm good, but he's not.
Nope. 16. You start to realize that once again, the world around you is just gone. And instead of looking at that cabin, you're in it with her. A warm, humble little home. Just big enough shelter for two people. And you can't help but feel welcomed here.
Do I see
should
him
be
zoning
here.
out?
You see his eyes hazed over. And this close up to him, having just kissed him, you see these little threads of gold just trailing in the irises of his eyes.
Okay. Slapping him didn't work. I'm gonna mutter under my breath and be like, I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna kick him. Like, straight where no man wants to be kicked.
Yeah, I thought so. Instantly knocking Jack back to reality as you just feel the everlasting pain and agony of every man's nightmares. Actually, go and just roll me a d6.
Oh no.
A
Okay.
D6.
A
Wait, no more
D6?
arm-
Yes.
Wait, Ashton, what's your unarmed strike damage out of pure curiosity?
D4.
My unarmed strike? I have a +0 to strength.
She does. But you're also kicking
Hey,
him in the
you-
gonads.
You deal 1 damage normally, but a dick kick is so hard that adds the potential of 5
I'm
more
gonna
damage.
start kicking.
He's in
people.
armor. He is
He is
in
in armor.
By this rolling, this means that a dick kick is stronger than a shank.
Yes.
3. Just from sheer residual, just echoing force. And while she doesn't actually get to kick inward for it, you do still suffer 3 points of bludgeoning damage from just the unending shock
Did it
of
work?
what goes through you.
It's not
He's back. You're back.
Are you
I
okay?
don't know if you want to be back.
He just crumples.
Okay, so we've learned that
So,
kicking
so
someone with a
far,
dick
you have
gets
watched
them out.
Ashrin slapjack, kiss him, and then kick him in the
Yeah.
without
Misha is
any
looking at that
explanation
so...
whatsoever.
Yeah, Misha is so unfathomably confused. She's like just looking up at you, looking down at Jack, looking up at you like, can I, is he, can I, do I need to? She
No,
starts
no,
like,
you're fine. You're fine. Hold on.
If this spooky bitch wasn't involved, Jack might be learning some new things about himself. But you know.
You still see the spooky bitch.
Oh.
I want to ask, but I
Oh, it's
don't
the
want to get
illusion
involved
thing,
in
that's
this
what's
domestic
going
abuse
on.
case.
I do gotta clarify one thing, KTK. It's not a disease, right?
no.
Because I am immune to diseases, and when you're
Do
talking
you
about the
still see the spooky bitch?
no,
No, it worked.
Why'd
Okay,
you
so
say that, Jack? You can't help but see her just standing right behind Ashrin,
Fuck.
patiently waiting.
spooky bitch
So
won't fuck
we've
off.
learned that dick pics kind of work.
Should I do it again?
Nope,
So
Nope.
Let's not. Let's
Nope.
let's not.
nope, we're good.
Volmer, your turn?
Misha's gonna
You're
give
not
you a
gonna
lick,
like
Jack.
my plan. So Jack, why don't you say your plan before you start beating people? Then we can actually discuss whose plan we go with next.
Misha's
rather
just
than just
licking you, Jack, just
randomly
being like,
trying
you'll be
something.
better.
Hey, it worked for me. I'm fine.
Yes, but it also solved nothing, and now Jack is crumpled. So Jack, what is your plan? Because you're not gonna like mine.
Let's hear your plan.
I'm going to try to talk to her.
Mine was similar.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Well, do you see any other ideas working?
The kiss worked.
No, it very clearly did not.
Worked
You're-
for me. I'm fine.
You still have the curse. Chances are.
Do I see the
But not
spooky
bad.
bitch anywhere?
They can tell just
Hey,
say
Jack,
God damn
what would
it.
happen if you meditated on your holy symbol?
I don't think he can meditate right now.
As you say that instantly, like, you don't see her anywhere. Instantly, to the direct right of your vision, she's just standing there petting the
Ah,
Pegasus.
shit.
So you
Wait.
did you really think that like True Love's kiss or
Wait.
something would solve a magical situation
If
like
we
this? with
just
its
don't
civilization?
acknowledge her and we don't think about her, she'll go away.
Ashern, that's not how this works. We've been doing completely unrelated things and have had her appear.
Like the game in college.
Oh, God, fuck you!
And like that, we all lost the game.
Do you know what's the craziest thing I've heard of that in a long ass time? There's a Pokemon card. I think it's called Enthusiastic Coder, where, as the name entails, the dude that's coding. And they tweeted a picture of that card, being like, "You can collect this card," but instead of putting a message on it, they put binary on it. Do you want to know what the fucking binary said?
You
You just lost the game.
Yep.
Yep.
There were hundreds of furious texts and replies of like, "Oh my god, this Pokemon social media person is a fucking troll."
Genius.
That's
The
fantastic.
best thing ever.
Anyways, So, Jack, what do you mean
Sure.
your plan was similar now that you're recovering a bit?
As Misha gives you licks on the cheeks and recovers your HP.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
I love how confident
valid.
Ash was too. Like, I know it's a magic curse, but like, the good old kiss will solve.
True love's kiss breaks all curses.
Yeah, fairy tales. I mean,
Distractions.
and when that doesn't work, you
Don't
know,
think about
when
that, lady.
Kick
Think
him
about
in the
me.
dick.
yeah, I mean, when your
Oh,
man's
Ash
looking
wanted-
at another
that's-
woman, what do? Kick him in the dick.
Yeah, that's why Ash wanted to do it, just because that Jack was looking at another woman.
I mean, he was looking at Mistress Alderbell quite a lot.
Okay, she was hot.
yeah, Astro was looking at her too.
And then
Um,
both of you decided you hate her.
yeah.
I could definitely learn some things from her, though.
So could I. Anyway, remember what we did in the frigid north? That long
Okay,
shot.
that sounds a lot more risky because we don't know if this is even the same plane of existence.
Well, if it's not the same plane of existence, we won't go anywhere.
We won't go anywhere.
Yeah, but my marine
We also didn't
eyes-
know if that was the same plane of existence either. There's
I'm gonna
cabin.
I'm gonna talk to my spirit. See if
Okay.
he knows anything that can help.
I don't like chance of catastrophic failure. That's the reason I'm against the teleport. I would not have gone for the teleport if I was there when we were in.
There is a emotional resonation with the instance. Like he has seen something like this before. And the solution, as he relates to you in emotion, is heavy violence.
I told you!
Yeah, the solution I was coming up with in my research, in what I remember, is just dying. So, I feel like that's kind of.
I will relay to the group what I got from my spirit.
Heavy violence. What's it mean?
So
by
I was
heavy
on the
violence?
right track!
So Ash, you're good, right?
No.
No, she's not.
She came back. I thought I was
You?
good, but no.
Hmm.
I think it's me, Jack, and Volmer, right?
Yes. That's
So
why
what
saying I
I'm
wanted to write it
saying
down.
is we need Misha and me to ski dat so you three can go through another fireball.
Okay, that feels very last resort.
Either that or I start shanking you guys in the night, which I don't want to do.
That also feels extremely like last resort. No other options.
Can I shank Volmer?
I mean,
remember, I'm the only one that can resurrect people, and we are limited on our diamonds.
I'm just gonna stab Volmer.
Does Wilmer see this coming?
oh, absolutely you do.
Okay.
If you're attempting to not get hit, she has to roll for your
Sorry,
AC.
loves it. This is
Yeah,
great.
she has to roll my AC.
Yeah. 10, not
Shit.
happening.
Yeah, Volmer kind of just like
You,
nopes
you
out of the
try
way.
and go for that sneak attack, even though it's pretty blatant obvious, and Vomer just kind of like just slaps the hand away. Doesn't even try.
It'll make you feel better.
Just to see what'll
He's just
happen.
going to gesture towards Jack. Now, are you sure you haven't gone crazy yet? Because you're very quickly jumping to just assaulting your teammates.
I'm gonna
I
stab
am
myself
not
in the
no-
leg.
I am not in a rush to
Oh.
die again anytime
Yeah.
soon.
Go ahead and roll damage for your dagger.
So Dalmar is going to slowly unsheath a standard dagger and go invisible.
Why are you
Okay.
guys all instantly trying to stab us? Like, can we try my plan first, please, and not just start murdering each other?
Asher, if you go to your actions where it goes instead of hit DC, just hit damage instead.
I can just hit damage?
Yep.
I tried to do that and it
Yeah,
not.
dagger. Instead of hit DC, just damage.
Yeah. I'm not getting the option to roll that.
Really? Yeah, I just did it right there for you. Really? Weird.
Strange.
Much weird, very strange. Either refresh the page or maybe D&D Beyond is being funky? Real funky, because it's sending your other shit.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe I'm not clicking in the right spot. Oh no. Why are you taking forever to load?
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Yeah, it should just be the damage
okay, there it
bugs.
goes.
This is right after those weird campsite we had in the forest that one day where we had to fireball each other to get out of it.
Yeah.
I just kind of slink away from the party as we're trying
still
to
got 4
mutilate
anyways.
for each other.
So 4 points of damage to yourself, Ashton, as you just jam the dagger into your own leg.
2 points.
Oh yeah, 2 points and 1 to Jack.
The dagger
Yeah.
hurt less than the ball kick.
Yes.
Did it work?
Make intelligence saving throw.
God damn.
While you look towards where the Pegasus is, where she's at. She's not there anymore. You just feel that tickling in the back of your mind. She's not there, but she's there.
Shit.
So the
Is it
reason
violence on ourselves or violence on her?
Okay, I'm gonna slink away from the party since Dalmar's vanished. Ashrin's stabbing. Ashrin's kicked Dak in the dick, then tried to stab me without asking, mind you. She just went to do it, and then she stabbed herself. So at this point, Volmir is assuming that it got her.
Dalmar was just playing along. It had no intentions of stabbing people, but now that he's seen Ash literally stab Volmer and stab her, I don't know.
Oh, I 100% missed Volmer.
Yeah, no,
Volmer
she missed
dodged
Volmer, but the temp was there. I love the idea now that Dalmar went like, I'm unsheathing the dagger, visible, and he's just like, alright, this is gonna be really funny. And then actually Stabber's like, okay, maybe this is not funny anymore.
Jax gets
And then she stabs herself. That's why Volmir's like, okay, something she actually, I get that out of character. She's not. Volmir assumes she's gone.
Yeah.
Jax just gonna do that like anime karate chop on top of the head. Knock it off. Calm down.
Extreme violence.
Something to say though, Jack. Oh,
Fuck off, spooky bitch!
it's a disadvantage.
I know! He's still saying
That's
it.
your second time burning that fucking nat 20.
He's still
You
telling me.
Bopped her on top of her head. And as soon as your hand, wipes through vision, it's the golden hair. She's crying, and she's upset with you. And you can't help but feel that regret that you just hurt an innocent woman for no reason. Even if it was playful, still hurt her.
Jack's just
perception
gonna
check for me.
rub his eyes.
Me?
No, Jack.
What?
Shit.
Perception check. 14. You finally failed. While you were back in that cabin, you're no longer in that warm, gentle environment. It's run down. It's decrepit. It's forever aged. And you notice that there's a lot of scorch marks in here. Hell of a lot. And for the briefest of moments, in a quick flash, you see a hand, bony, de-aged, reach for your face before you return back to reality.
Fucking spooky bitch. I'm gonna look towards Volmer where he's like walking off. I don't think talking to her is gonna work.
I don't think letting your girlfriend stab us is going to work either. Let's at least try this.
Yep. Fucking vengeful spirit.
Also, did you tend to Ashwin's wound?
Misha can if he doesn't.
It's only 2 points. I'm fine.
Cause Misha is just like looking at all of this, like fucking confused. How she's like, "What is everyone? What is Should I be worried?" Huh.
They're under some kind of magic thing, Misha. They're saying things you and I don't right now.
She licks your wound closed, Ashwin.
Oh,
We got schizophrenia.
thanks.
I do think though that she is out here somewhere in a dilapidated, scorched up shack.
So what?
You
We
want
go
to take me
find her?
flying?
Just because it's faster, I'm gonna unhook the Pegasus. Dalmar and I are gonna take the Pegasus. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, because I gotta kind of help with this. So I'll assist him trying to point out what I've seen around that thing.
Okay. Make me a intelligence saving throw for the Pegasus.
The Pegasus?
For the Pegasus.
Oh.
Pegasus is gonna start seeing spooky bitch.
Wow, Pegasus got a good roll.
We're too stupid to understand what's going on.
You have the same intelligence I do, motherfucker.
Well, it's also a summon, so I'm assuming it doesn't have the actual Pegasus intelligence.
Yes, it does.
No, it does.
Oh,
It
okay.
quite literally has everything the Pegasus has.
Aw,
Yeah.
Jack's as smart as a Pegasus.
Pegasus is pretty fucking smart.
I love the idea that that's a literal compliment. If you like told someone, it's like, "You're as smart as a Pegasus," because you think it's like a mythical creature. It's like, "Oh, that must be really fucking smart." It's just a horse.
It's got an average intelligence of 10.
Hey, that's as smart as
Average
the average
people
peasant.
intelligence.
Yeah,
But yeah,
smart as the average peasant.
Jack, as you begin to fly up with Dalmar, intelligence saving throw at disadvantage. Trying to describe this area to aid. Even with disadvantage, finally using that focus to actually use the information that she has been providing you. You recall the empty land. It's not so empty, though. It's this almost very slightly encased area. Thinking on it more and more, with details coming to you. It's like a hidden grove. Hidden, but lights shine perfectly into it. There are no trees. There's barely any grass, but there is a puddle. And these little details, these little things, all lead you to a small spot somewhere between the mountains with the perfect conditions of sunlight and rain trickling in at a constant time. And water and food do not prove to be any sort of issue for a living person. To which point, Dalmar, go ahead and make a perception check. See if you can find anything of the sort while flying up here in the mountain ranges. At least as best as you can in a quick glance. 33.
With advantage. Because I'm assisting.
Indeed. 27. It takes a little while, Not terribly long, though, as with looking at the ridge formations and now knowing that you are looking for a place that has a constant drip feed of water in some way, an area just big enough for people to live in comfortably and whatnot. There are very few places where that would comfortably exist within a mountain range. And there comes a point, somewhere in this wayward range of area, where you do see that there seems to be this almost conical-like shape between the mountains, where it almost feels a touch strange, now that you're looking at it more precisely, that there is nothing in between, nothing filling that space. And while drifting to fly as close as you can without interrupting any of the fauna or getting caught at any sort of it, you can see this gleaming shine of refracting light off of it, indicative of a pool of water somewhere in that little patch of area. It's deep in the mountains, but it's reachable, and you have a good sight of where to find it.
I'll point Jack to where I see the thing.
Let's do that direction. We can get closer. Does he see a
Make an
shack?
intelligence saving throw for the Pegasus.
Fuck you, spooky bitch. Fuck.
3. You feel the Pegasus obey your command. As it flies, there comes a brief moment that as you are just looking directly at the direction where it's going, you feel yourself starting to slant off of it. You start visibly seeing your sight line slant off of it. But the Pegasus has made no mention at all to diverting direction.
I'm gonna like pull the reins back towards it.
It loosely fights you, not in any serious manner, as it is under your control, but it almost like sends a message in your mind telepathically of confusion.
I'll tell it that it's drifting.
You almost hear a sense of confusion. I was following.
Following.
Female.
Nope, nope. Don't follow the female. Ignore the female.
For bros before hoes.
I hate it, but I love it.
Redirecting it to go in the direction necessary. As you have to fly a very good distance upward, especially to avoid anything like peritons or any other avian predator creatures of any kinds in the mountains that you're not focusing on in the current moment. Being able to look down from a far distance, and with downwards perception more than anything, being able to notice that there is a small little, what seems like would be a grove of some kind. At the very least in your images, Jack, while it had this tinge of color to it, is nothing more than a solid gray. Depressing and decrepit. But there is still a trickle of pond water there. It seems to have gathered from a small little waterfall that hangs off of one of the cliff edges. At the very least at this distance, it's hard to see if it was ever civilized or settled upon. But as far as you can tell, out of all areas, this is the closest fitting, and the only one fitting, that you may find in this mountain range.
Did we see a shack? I can't remember.
As far as you can tell, no.
I'll see over comms. I think we found possibly where she might be at. Or at least what I'm seeing.
You are also inching towards the end of comms. Only 3 hours.
Okay.
How much time do we got left on comms?
Like 20-something minutes. Enough time to get back.
Okay.
Start taking us back if that's the only place we're finding.
Turning back to the
Let's
party.
go back, check in, and re-up comms.
Intelligence saving throw for the Pegasus.
Fucking hell. Gone, spooky bitch.
4. Once again, but this time, 4 more harsh. just going in a direction that eventually just a harsh diversion. Once again, no sign, no saying nothing of I'm changing directions, just changes all of a sudden. Go ahead and make an animal handling check to try and get it back into control.
Even though I have full magical control over this thing?
You do, yeah. 10 is all you needed. As you enforce upon your will and you're pulling on the reins to get it back into control. As it does so, you feel it jerk back right back onto the path as you kind of feel heart rate just speeding up that little bit more. And you even hear it apologize. Sorry. She called. She helped.
Ignore her at all times.
I'll try.
Get back to everyone. Nope. Fucking on the ground. Nope.
Yep. Back onto the ground as you land with the Pegasus in tow.
And like I said, over comms as we were coming back, I was relaying everything we found.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Volmer's
Fulmer,
still
did you try anything while they were up there, or no?
I was still gonna try to slip away a bit away, especially from Ash, because in Wilmer's mind, Ash is possessed at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna try to say, "Boy, are you there?" Just firmly.
You feel the softest whisper in your ear. Always.
What do you want? With me and my friends.
Intelligence saving throw.
Oh fuck!
Ooh.
It was only a matter of time.
I was just
As
about
you
to
say
say
that,
Wilmer's be the first one to actually get possessed.
as you say that,
What did I miss?
you blink in the moment, and she's just right there in front of you. She just reaches out to grab onto your hand. Warmth. Happiness. Ashton, give me a perception check real quick.
you ain't gonna find that in Volmer.
Hey!
With disadvantage. Ooh, the nat 20 burn. Not noticing this in the moment. The Volmer.
Nah, no, Ashton's like sitting in the cart trying not to freak out. And she's like,
Yeah.
whatever, Homer doesn't want me to help him, so I'm just gonna let him do his shit.
I mean, he's just trying to be a comfort dog. Volmer, as she is taking hold of your hand, asking for warmth and happiness. Do anything else?
Well, first of all, he's gonna grab Iridol just kind of as a reaction. And then he's gonna...
You instantly watch as she lets go of your hand, and she takes a step back. Incredibly terrified.
Where are you really?
Intelligence saving throw.
It's boyfriend's hand for protection. Boyfriend grabs a fucking AK. That's the equivalent of what Wilmer just did.
You just see her in your vision. You see these tears welling in her eyes, and she just goes, nowhere. As you blink, she's gone.
Nowhere and everywhere. That's just fun. Okay. How are you doing this?
No response.
Are you still there?
Always.
I thought that would be the answer. curiosity's sake, Vomer's gonna think, "Are you still there?"
Always.
He's not saying. Great, no, I am schizophrenic. I have two voices in my head.
Only two?
Three, sorry. I wasn't counting my own voice. I meant two extra voices in my head.
I mean, if you really want to count that, that's 10. You got 5 total.
5? Wait,
You
I thought
got
you were
you,
gonna say 4 and
Irdal, Maris, now her, and
We don't have
Gizmo.
Mars anymore. We
have
left
Mars
Mars with
anymore.
the
We left
wizards.
them.
you don't. But they were
Plus,
there.
that was. I meant at the moment.
Technically, because we still have mental comms up.
Yeah, you have 6 minds in there.
Hey, 6 minds are better than 1.
But is that all you do in the meantime that they're gone searching?
Part of me. What did I ask? I already forgot the second question I asked. It was why?
Where are you really?
Yeah, you asked
Okay, I thought
what
so.
does she want
Sorry.
with you and your friends, and where is she really?
Who are you?
Intelligence savings throw.
I'm gonna willingly fail.
Make a perception check. $17. It's quick and brief. Your vision vanishing everything from sight, except for a quaint, homey little shack where you see a woman, the woman, calmly humming to herself, tending to a garden. She sends you a loving smile before you're back to reality.
Snap back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity. Volmer starts flying off into the sky.
Okay. So she was humming a tune.
She was.
This is a long shot. Can I try to identify the tune?
Make a...
Please say history so I can try to date it.
Yeah, it just has to be history. There's really nothing else. The only other thing would be really performance, but not really performing here to try and remember the tune.
18.
Damn.
Rolled though.
Oh, disadvantage because you are thinking of her.
I rolled a 3, so it's not getting
Still
much
very
worse than an
nice.
18.
Not 1 is still very possible.
That is fair.
But an 18, trying to think on that. Maybe you've heard that tune somewhere. Maybe you've heard it at some place in time. As far as you can tell, both with how simple, basic, and lacking in uniqueness that the hum gave. Nothing that you could think of. Especially not when every single time you're trying to connect it to a lovely, blonde woman.
What was that shack?
Home. Our home.
My home is far from here.
Intelligence savings throw.
That one.
You're right. Your home is far from here. You're not home right now. She just told you where home is. You should go home. Is that your home, though? Is it?
How long have you been here?
Forever. And you almost feel the warm embrace from behind you of a gentle body, small in frame, just holding you.
I drew her over my shoulder. But I'm really doing is casting fireball.
That's some scary movie shit. Judo flipping a fucking ghost.
Yep,
It's a fair response.
it is. That just reminds me of on a podcast that I heard when a wife was making a move on their husband by like sitting on the lap, doing like the whole chest thing. For some reason, they weren't catching the hint, so all they did was they picked them up like they were doing princess style, and they whopped them onto the couch like a wrestling move because they're like, "Yeah, we're messing around, right?" And she looked like, "I was playing a move, and you just literally powerbombed me."
You played the stronger move.
Like that dude gaming. His girlfriend like climbs up onto his fucking back, and then like wraps her legs around his fucking neck and just yeets herself backwards and throws the guy out of his chair. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hilarious. I would fucking leave some of it.
I don't know. I would.
It would depend on my mood. It would literally depend on my mood. It would be like, okay, that was fucking funny, or what the actual fuck?
Oh. Nope. I've been there before. Nope. I'm good. Shit.
But Vomer, can't help but feel that your own mind is muddling, where's home? Should get home. Home would be really nice right now. Just can't help feeling her holding you from behind.
So I'm still holding Crescent at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ignite the light as I look over my shoulder.
You lose that sensation of being held. At least at
that
the
when I turn
moment.
ar-
You
Is
don't
that when I
see
turn
her.
around or when the light goes off?
When light goes off.
Okay. And I see. You said I see her.
You don't see her.
Has
Intelligence
Vomer
saving
seen
throw.
any- Okay, done. Is that
Disadvantage.
Question?
Still with a 20. Don't see her.
Ashton's just in the cart.
Misha's
It's
stopping
raining.
Ashton
She's
from
getting
stabbing
down.
herself again.
She is 100% just making herself a cup of tea at this point.
Misha's trying her best to comfort you by like laying her head on your lap or like trying to rub against your legs, almost cat-like style.
Oh, thank you,
Misha-
Misha. It's all good. Everything's fine.
Misha is trying her best to stop Ashton from stabbing herself again.
I'm
Kinda.
not going to stab myself again. It's okay.
Oh no, Ashton's not that far gone yet. She just is insane.
It's like those
Yeah,
service
Vol-
dogs that
Vomer
like
still thinks that she is. That's the funny part about this.
Misha's like one of those
Homer
service
has
dogs.
absolutely no confidence in Ashton's mental stability at this
Nope.
point.
Because you tried to stab him.
Not because I stabbed myself.
Well,
Stabbing
kind
him
of bit of
may-
both.
A bit of both, but like I feel like it's more out of character for this party for us to attack each other than to attack ourselves.
I don't know. It happens quite often.
Anyways, speaking of that, Vomer is going to ask his next question.
Wait, I
What?
do gotta say, like, it is very common for us to attack each other
Yeah.
just for the sheer fact, like, how many times have we beaten the ever-living fuck out of Varel?
Yeah, no, it's pretty common for us to attack each other.
Yep.
That's fair.
And the
Remember that
fireballs.
one time that Jack was possessed underwater?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get to mention that.
Had to beat the fuck out of Jack.
Well,
I also beat the shit out of Vivian too.
falling back on that, it only really happens when we're possessed.
Yeah, so if I think that we're possessed, I'm gonna attack each other.
Or getting fireballed.
And on that note, Wilmer's gonna ask his next question.
Yep.
What are you doing with Ash and Jack?
Intelligence saving throw. Disadvantage.
Willingly failing.
Willingly failing.
I'm noticing that when you succeed on the throw, she doesn't talk back.
As you
She's
willingly
not really there.
accept the imagery of seeing that shack once more. Perception check.
Perception check already. Okay.
24. You see once again that lightly colored, glamorous little life of a garden and whatnot. And you see Jack and Ashen there, together happily. The woman on one half of the garden and the other two on the other, and they seem to be more than happily in love with one another. Even further, you see Damar just hanging out on the roof, just chilling, being happy.
What's Delmar doing here?
And Misha just running around as a happy wolf, just all
A
around.
puppy.
And you just see her just like gesture over to you. Our family.
And Crescent is still very much in my hand, ignited throughout all this, right?
Yep.
Erdal, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Unfortunately not. You're just
Oh.
looking at the cards.
I am a sword. I don't have eyes.
That's... Erdal, I know we've tried blind fighting before and it fell apart, but I gotta ask, do you sense anyone alien? Anyone not in the party? Anyone unfamiliar nearby?
You are distant from everyone. But you are alone. As far as I can tell. But you keep talking to yourself.
The answers, and that's the worrying part. Okay.
Schizophrenia.
We all have schizophrenia. That's all this is.
Yeah, we don't go to those mountains. They give you schizophrenia.
Well, in all fairness, you don't listen to a halfling that eats literal slabs of flesh.
Little Timmy had, the reason that they were so fine with him dying is because he had an imaginary friend that was a bit too real for him.
Yeah! The kids all have imaginary friends. It's really bad when your kid gets an imaginary friend. You never know when that imaginary friend might murder you in your sleep. God, I hope my kid never gets an imaginary friend.
What's wrong with an imaginary friend?
They're great.
Now it's creepy.
I made it creepy.
You ruined it for you.
All this shit reminds me of like this, like Volmer, his vision of seeing like all of us happy together living on that thing. There's an old Tales from the Crypt one that really fucked me up as a kid. They find like this window to another like dimension, and they start shooting ice at it to see if there's like any gaps and like go into it. And there's this like perfect family house, 3-story, like wraparound porch, happy go family with the fucking tire swing. And the lead scientist on this project was like real depressed, lost his girlfriend, lost everything. Wanted to go in there and be happy with them. So he goes and jumps through during the interval and meets the family, and they fucking eat him.
Yep.
Right? And then
It's giving me like big Coraline vibes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just Coraline.
and it fucking ends with them with his fucking femur bone or thigh bone or whatever just tapping on the window into the other dimension.
Oh,
It ends right then. Like that fucked me up as a kid more than like anything. That's
I
what
know
this is reminding me of.
This is a weird comparison, but this is reminding me a bit of Persona Royal specifically, because in Royal there's a third. They add a whole semester to the game because it's a time-based game, and the big bad for the new semester
Yeah.
He basically wants to rewrite reality as this perfect place where no one suffers and everything goes right all the time.
It's a utopia.
Except for the
Utopias
fact that
never work.
it overwrites people's wills, which is actually
Yeah.
a big point because one of the characters who's in your party is dead. And he basically wants to overwrite that character's will in order to keep them alive for your main character's perceived perfect future.
I'd be fine with
Which,
it.
by the way, he went out sacrificing himself for them. So it's like, oh, it's super cool that like he's back and all, but he literally killed himself for us. So, is it really okay for us to rob him of his sacrifice?
It's not even that, to me. It's more of that level of his character was controlled their entire life, canonically. And he makes it very clear the last thing he wants is to be controlled.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's a super deep fucking thing. I just meant like as an overall, it's kind of like that's kind of the way to look at it. Like he killed himself for them, but he's back now. But it's not because of his choice. He's back because his friends missed him. So this dude rewrote reality, so he's back. But he's like, I shouldn't be back. No. But
Also
yeah,
a bit fucked up, but we don't talk about that.
there's probably a bunch of shit that fucked you up in there. There's a tentacle creature, and it gets its hand on a high school girl. That's all I'm gonna say.
What the actual fuck?
Are you talking about Futaba awakening her persona?
No! It's literally what happens to the redhead, I forget her name, when she's being
bad.
repossessed again.
I remember now.
Yeah.
Got turned into
her
a puppet.
dream was she wanted, yeah, literally, she wanted
It
to
literally
live as her
does turn into a
sister,
puppet.
so he rewrote her entire personality to be her sister.
I'll say,
Because
I
she
love
blamed
that,
herself for her
that your
sister's death.
instant thought, it goes to the dark and nasty, when it's not supposed to, but I'm pretty sure that's literally why they did that. They're like, you know exactly
100%.
what we're insinuating here, we're just not gonna do it, because you already know.
Granted, they have gotten that dark in, like, with literally the first boss, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I just realized I spoiled so much considering I got that game for Jack like years ago.
It's always like I've had it installed, and like I keep looking at like I should play this, and I just fucking don't. I don't know why.
It's one of the very few rare games that daily life sim has actually hooked me in, because the story is actually just that good. It's pretty fucking
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But regardless, anything else that you want to request of your lovely female maiden before Jack and Dalmar's return?
Last question. Say I want to go there. Where is it? How do I get to you?
Intelligence saving
And
throw with disadvantage.
he is still very suspicious.
Intelligence
Like,
saving throw with
this isn't
disadvantage.
him falling for it. This is him wanting to fuck around.
Well,
Willingly fail.
I mean, if you want to
Actually,
fuck
no, I'll
around,
make the
she'll
roll.
more than happily give it that.
I'll make the roll this time. Disadvantage.
Yes. You're with a 16 this time around. You can't help but feel that thought of you that you said is like, say I want to join you. And you start to think back to yourself like, why wouldn't I want to join her? Why shouldn't I join her? I'd be happy. I'd be with her. Perception check. "21. And you see yourself in that homely, warm cabin, only big enough for a couple, as the two of you are standing face to face with one another. And you see her once again reach and grab onto your hand and just presses herself against you. You can't help but want and welcome that gentle warmth. You're locked in for now.
Okay.
At this point, Ashrin gets done making the tea, and she goes, "Hey, Volmer, do you want some tea?"
You just see Volmer just standing there with crescent slightly raised, and he's just staring into the ether.
Yeah, full attention.
That's not great. Our mental calm's still up for the moment.
Yep.
Hey guys, something's wrong with Fulmer.
You do not hear
What?
that, Vollmer.
I was about to say, how do I receive that?
Yep. You do not.
Already knew what I was gonna ask.
Yep.
He's just standing there with his sword out.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly!
Oh, SpongeBob.
I love a good SpongeBob reference.
I mean,
Don't
when isn't
fuck
he
this
out there?
fucking bitch!
When isn't he playing with his sword?
No, like it's weird this time.
I love how rather than saying it's drawn and he has it lit up, it's weird this time.
Hasn't it been weird every other time?
I don't know. He's got it out. He looks like he's gonna do something with it, and he's just standing there. He didn't want any
Menacingly.
tea.
And you
If
would
you
see
ever-
Misha kind of like make her way to Vollmer, like
no,
she's trying
Misha,
to.
stay here.
But
I don't want him to hurt you.
they all hurt me. Well, you hurt yourself, and you tried to hurt him. Well,
Yeah, and we've got weird shit going on, and I don't want him to try to hurt you if you touch him.
I love how the only member of the party who hasn't stabbed any. Or
Yeah, that's why she's kind of like.
someone.
But you hurt him. He hasn't hurt you, but he might hurt me. Oh.
I also find it weird that the three people who are least likely to be affected by this are the ones affected by it. We have
Yep,
the asexual
yeah, that's why-
bastard.
that's why
Tell
Vollmer
a
said.
story.
Yeah, that's why Vollmer says like it's so weird that Misha and Dama were the ones who made the initial saving throw.
Yeah,
No,
like-
it's like
think
the
about- I can-
asexual elf
He's
who
not
does not
asexual.
fuck.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you
Well, he
guys, he's
doesn't
not
fuck.
asexual.
Isn't that what
I
you
don't know
originally said he
why.
was?
No.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think-
I thought about how I want to play his character. Well, I said I'm thinking of making him asexual, and then I thought about it more.
Also, in all
Okay.
fairness, for all intents and purposes, you can think all you want for the longest time until you have your awakening. There are plenty of people who go their entire life being like, not gay, I'm not bi, and then they see that one piece of ass and they're like, okay, maybe I am.
It's always that
Oh.
one piece of ass.
When was yours, KTK?
Never. I am
He
as
thinks
straight
he's
as a fucking arrow.
Ruby,
Oh, alright, fair enough.
Ruby
Arrows are
Rose
round.
for most women.
Yeah.
Ruby Rose,
I don't think
Kristen,
I have one chick because, like, they're all really hot.
Kristen
Yeah.
Stewart in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
KTK arrows
that-
are round.
Is
That's
that
not Kristen
what's
Stewart, that's
her face,
Keira
Bella?
Knightley.
Or Keira Knightley, sorry. Yeah, Keira Knightley, I mean.
Keira Knightley's pretty hot. But no, it just all in general.
Oh my god, this fucking group.
Anyways, I can think of a good reason for Volmer falling for this. I will say that.
Okay.
I mean, beyond the
Like,
fact
in-
it's just a nice homely home. It's like peaceful, quiet, just like I get to live life, no
I
war,
could
no
read
troubles.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like a more like hip, like an actual character-driven explanation. You know.
But with Jack and Dalmar returning to see kind of not really a standoff, but Astrid keeping her distance and Misha kind of worried beyond belief as Volmer's just standing there some distance off, just blade raised, just staring into the ether. Reestablishing
You
comms?
remember how he said he wanted to talk to her? Do you think that's what he did?
Probably. I have a
Real
weird
quick,
idea.
Dalmar, is that reestablishing comms? Yep, making sure.
I have a weird thought. If I grab a hold of Eardoll, because Jack does still have like the other pieces of the bow.
Mhm.
Is there any way to establish a connection to Eardoll? I don't think I've ever tried that.
You've attempted it in a different manner, but not
Yeah.
like this, mostly due to the fact that Volmer never lets you hold his sword, much to your disappointment.
Phrasing.
My girlfriend, you don't need me too.
Hey, the more the merrier.
Well, he doesn't want you. He just wants your soul.
Stop objectifying me.
I love... I love that statement of, he doesn't want you, he just wants your sword. It's like that time a politician says, like, I'm not gay, my mouth's just like dick. It's like, what?
What?
Jesus
Yeah, because he got caught doing a blowjob, and they had to fight the fact that he was actually gay, and he's like, I'm not gay, my mouth just likes dick. And it's just like, what?
Yeah,
That doesn't...
Probably a Republican.
Yeah, they were so strong arm being like they're anti-homophobic, and it turns out, oh, look at that, they're they're a homosexual.
Yep. Oh my god, that's funny as well. Yeah, I'm gonna try just because like Volmer's mind is somewhere else, and I know this because I've been there.
Make me a wisdom check.
Actually,
I'm imagining you're pulling out the piece of the bow at the moment, right?
Yeah, we'll use that to kind of help.
12. There's almost like this flickering flame, an ember that's even barely alive. And while you try and see if maybe you can coax it awake by using its brethren blade in the moment, it's hard to do so on something that's already so far gone. You need more.
Just thought, since I know that they can talk to each other, like, because Volmer and Jen, fucking name, hate me for a second there, talked after we killed her.
Which, real quick, Volmer, intelligence saving throw. Straight roll.
That one.
Oh.
You have literally rolled three of these as nat ones.
Yep.
And then willingly failed like 3 others.
Yep.
Okay, willingly fail. I have a defense for that.
Yeah, you do.
He was letting her into.
Oh no, I get it. I'm just saying the amount of fail here.
That once though, that I have once again. I think I have an explanation for that. I just don't want to say it yet because
Wow, easily enough so, because you are deep in that illusion that even though, while you're not aware of it, when Jack is trying to connect to Erdal, there's this twinging pull on you yourself that you blatantly ignore and disavow, as you just feel safe. You feel welcomed. And Jack, being decently up close and with Dalmar's own perception, can see those swirls of gold in his eyes.
Can I just watch those? Is there like any pattern, or can I identify what it might be?
As far as you can tell, they are chaotic in nature, and beyond the very fairly obvious golden gleam matching that of the maiden, intelligence saving throw at disadvantage. You look at that and you can't help but think of her. You remember her. You've been doing your best to ignore her. But you feel the touch of her hand in yours is at your side. As you make a quick glance down there, perception check.
2 things. I still am holding on to Eardal, if that matters. And I'm gonna... Can I fail the perception check?
You can. You look down, and you just see a bony, decrepit hand just grabbing onto your arm. As you feel it, and you recognize it, it clenches. And you feel a necrotic pain surge through your very body. Constitution saving throw. With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I see this happening?
You will.
Counter spell.
As Ashrin, Dalmar, and Misha witnesses Jack just in that moment just look down at his arm, just looking at where nothing seems to be grabbing onto it, before eventually you start seeing it just twitch and convulse, and you hear Jack groaning and grunting in pain. And you see his head turn. You see these black veins, almost like cracks in his skin, reach up to his side. Before eventually he opens his eyes, gasping a breath, and you see it puff out as if just black smoke. Take 35 points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that does not even impact your temporary hit points right now, right?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Thanks, yeah, 48 right now.
Fucking hell. Okay. That's not good. Not good at all.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is perfect. I'm in bliss right now.
I am gonna pull Iridol from Volmer's hand.
Make a quick strength check for me.
Bliss
You can
reminds me of Far
instantly
Cry
feel
5.
that Volmer's body is practically in rigor mortis.
The fuck?
You didn't try too hard. You were like, Volmer's a twig. He doesn't have his crown right now. And it's just like, oh, that's like a corpse level of like grip on that.
We're gonna try it again. Nope.
Go for it. Volmer, intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage, okay.
With advantage.
And a +3.
And a +3 because he is right next to you. As you pull Irdal from your grasp, you instantly feel a disconnect, a part of you seemingly missing, a part of you that you recall, you remember, you know this feeling of being robbed of your personal blade and your personal partner. Instantly whipping around in the vision, but coming back to reality to see Jack had just yanked Crescent from your hands.
You good?
I'm good. I think. I would appreciate my sword back.
Wanted to make sure you weren't gonna hurt yourself or someone else.
To be actually, yeah, that's pretty fair. I think I have the best track record on possession in our party, though.
Well, in this instance, none of us have been stuck like that.
That's fair. What was I doing? Was I moving? Was I...
Jack's just gonna imitate the pose.
Okay.
For
That's...
like 20 minutes or so.
Well, the more we know, the better we can fight this.
Is there any
I
like
saw...
necrotic left over on Jack's neck or anything?
No?
Okay.
If they hadn't witnessed that firsthand, you would think that nothing at all happened to you.
I saw the cabin.
Okay.
Jack, you said that you had a spell that had some kind of funeral rites, correct?
I don't have it prepared, but I know one yet.
I'm thinking you take a rest, prepare the spell, we go to her house and give her a proper funeral.
It's not gonna work if... Well, it's not gonna work. All this does is protect it from becoming undead.
Oh.
If it's already undead,
Sorry, too late.
yeah.
Hmm.
Good thought process, but... yeah. And I will give Volmer back it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is it
she
me going back in
she-
sheep?
she attacked me.
He attacked you directly?
Yes.
Let's-
Necrotic energy course through. It hurt.
Well, most attacks do.
On a scale of 1
You
to
seem-
100, it was about like a 35.
You seem mostly alright despite the apparent severity, though.
Because of my own magics. But multiple hits of that, oh, don't like it.
I see your point.
So,
You
Dalmar and
wanna
I
know-
found out where I think
You first.
it might be. The shack, or where it used to be, or something.
You
Hmm.
want to go there?
I mean, if she's there, we could deal with this problem. Because otherwise, I think she's gonna keep doing this. Eventually, and Jack's gonna kind of like look at his arm that she had grabbed onto. She's gonna become more forward. Catch my drift.
What's strange is she doesn't seem intent on attacking. Why did she attack you exactly?
Because he's resisting her?
That is fair. But then it feels
Um,
like she would have attacked sooner.
I don't know what it is about
When did she attack you?
just before you came to.
And you touched me, correct?
I was holding on to your doll, yes.
Maybe it's not the fact that you resisted, but the fact that you pulled me out of it. Granted, this is just a working hypothesis.
My thought is also because I received what she really is.
When did you see this?
Twice now. First time at the cabin, or shack, or whatever, I saw it was all scorched up, burn marks everywhere, and her bony, necrotic hand reached out to grab me, and I came to. This last time I saw, she came up behind me. I saw her bony, necrotic hand grab hold of mine, and that's when she sent that wave of necrotic energy into me. It's
I want to stab a bitch.
and
You
so
already
you,
stabbed yourself.
Christ, Daddy.
I'll tell Volmer, it's kind of that point where she kind of invades your mind, and you get to where you're going to the shack, and your kind of eyes adjust. If you essentially like look away and not focus on the shack itself, you see what she really is. Something along those lines.
That would explain why I never saw it.
Yeah, it just.
Now, on that note, how is Ashrin doing? It seemed like the possession was getting her pretty bad.
I'm fine.
Are you? You tried to stab me and then you stabbed yourself.
Yes, so that it would help.
You, based on what information did you think that stabbing yourself would fix the
Dalmar
problem?
said that extreme violence would help.
That does not mean mutilate yourself.
I mean, if it is similar to possession we've dealt with, violence is the answer.
With Varel,
And
you
When I
smack
got
the
taken
demons
over.
out. That's what we've learned from Fanoa.
yeah,
Do you really want to start taking lessons from Fanoa? Like, no,
Maybe.
no disrespect to her. She's a great fighter, but like,
I mean, that time that I got possessed, you had to beat it out of me.
We did.
Wait, when did Jack get possessed? Wait,
The ghost ship fight.
Underwater in the pirate ship.
I keep forgetting about
Yeah.
that fight.
Where KTK didn't give
Brought
me
it up once.
full control to fuck you
Yeah,
guys
I
up.
didn't know what you were
No.
I didn't know what you guys were talking about there either. I just didn't
I-
ask because I was embarrassed.
You still should have let me do it, because I would have had so much fun fucking with them.
Yeah, no, I should have. Would have been fucking brutal.
For as weak as Jack is combat-wise, that would have been still a rough fight, I think. Oh. But yeah, that mixed with the, time when you had to fireball all of us to get us out of that shared dream. It's been a common occurrence. Gotta slap the demons out.
No, I do think you should have at least asked before trying to stab me.
Can I stab you?
Pass.
Thus why I didn't ask. I didn't ask Jack before I kicked him, and he's fine with it.
You, Jack.
It's a nightly ritual. He's used to it.
No, it's not.
Albatross.
But it's not. No. Not the first time it's happened. But it's not
jumping in with Albatross killed me.
Jack's into a lot of things. That's one thing he's not into.
Yeah.
Albatross?
Now the slapping! You might be into that.
That, yes.
Very confused.
Also not the first time he's been slapped.
Be confused.
Yeah.
Oh, the slapping.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes more sense than what I heard.
Thinking back to what.
No, don't worry. I heard slopping also, but it still works in context.
That also makes sense. That's fine.
Yeah. You know what? Jack hasn't done this in a long time, and because Dalmar brought it up, he's just gonna sit on the ground, pull out his holy symbol, and kind of meditate and pray to his god. And this is something none of you have ever seen him do.
Well, that's right. He still has the holy symbol. Ashgren watches, because she definitely tried to do this before, and it didn't work.
Dalmar feels compelled to sit down next to Jack and meditate.
Make an intelligence saving throw, straight roll. 16. It's difficult. The more you think, the more she comes up in your mind. But even then, you can feel that sense of religion, that touch of the gods. While maybe not a true devout follower that you are, many gods are not that resentful to negate you in communicating with them. And there is this almost counteractive force keeping you loosely sane in the moment, in your meditation, actually give you peace of mind for the first time in this entire morning.
Because, Jack wasn't a devout follower, but he did effectively follow the teachings of his god of knowledge. He sought out knowledge wherever he could.
Yeah. And even as a paladin, it's not like
church.
they're gonna ignore you. They'll still answer in what limited way they can.
Yeah, I mean, of course he stole from the church. They were fucking hoarding knowledge. That was no good for anyone. Come on. Look at the Vatican. Anywho. God, I want to get into those archives. Yeah.
Well, you're not
I
the
just wanna
only one.
I just want to find the one scroll that just says, "Oh yeah, Jesus was fake all along. We're just idiots."
Okay.
Be one hell of a fucking reveal.
Yeah.
I want just a digitized version of that.
Fucking hell.
Someone
okay.
once described the Bible as Christian manga, and I was like,
It
no,
is.
no. I hate how accurate it is, but no.
Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's just gonna, continue to do this until... And he's trying to not to, think, per se. Just, empty brain. Only
he
thinking
gets
about
it.
his god.
In
So,
comparison to past moments where she's always invaded that little piece of mind, you actually get that quiet and that concentration.
Can Dalmar focus on whatever Jack's holy symbol is and focus on that to support Jack? To strengthen Jack?
Group meditation.
Because Dalmar doesn't know what the hell's going on, but he's gonna try something.
I think I'm also joining in this group meditation.
Give me a religion check, Dalmar.
Cool.
As soon as I
I'm
can find
making-
it on the character sheet.
Everybody can
There it
have
is.
tea.
Alphabetical order.
The tea
It's an
will
R.
help.
There you go. Wow.
Damn!
You need to get
Elmar's
some
turning a
use for
corner.
Adrim.
It's a loose
He's been
stretch.
veering towards positive deities for a
Yeah.
while now.
And it is a bit of a loose stretch of trying to interconnect your spirit with the spirit of the gods. But there is a loose understanding there, kind of like in that same idea. It's like it's a unnatural figure that you connect with no true interlying connection by whatever means. And if supporting Jack in some way in his beliefs may help, maybe it's the same way as you believe in your spirit. It's just concentrated effort. Simple.
And for whatever it may or may not be worth, Dalmar has no idea what is on that symbol or
Yep.
who it represents, but he's just blindly trusting Jack isn't into dark shit.
I mean, Jack's explained his story before. Like, he's mentioned that he was part of the Church of Ogma one time.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be funny if this was some reveal that Jack was actually a paladin of conquest who was fucking veering to join Mother and take over the world.
Oh God.
No. What the true twist would be is that Jack's actually a Grey Guard, and he's about to have his descent.
Oh
What's a Grey
God.
Guard?
You can have that one, Jack.
Yeah. That.
What's a Grey Guard?
So, Grey Guards were a prestige class in 3.5 for paladins, where, so in 3.5, basically all paladins were lawful good, or
Yes.
all paladins were within one,
Extreme.
Alignment.
Like they were
thank
either
you.
all good or they were all evil.
No, they were within one alignment of their deity. So if your deity was chaotic good, for example, you could be lawful good, chaotic good, neutral good, or chaotic neutral. But only
As long as
one
it
of
fit
the
in
two.
that
one of
like
the two.
spectrum line, yeah.
Yeah,
Paladins
And,
themselves had to be law.
and Grey Guards were the trusted among the paladins. They were a special breed apart because they were trusted to be able to break their oaths, descend into evil, and do what they needed to do, and be trusted to
You return.
return back to the light. Yeah,
For the tone for what they did.
and atone and redeem themselves.
Yep.
So you could go paladin, blackguard, Grey Guard, and get your redemption back.
That's really friggin' cool.
It was because like typically if you broke your oath at all, it was just you were now a shitty
done.
fighter. You have
Yeah.
no class abilities, no nothing. Like you just swing a sword. That's it. Once.
But-
During this
Wow.
meditation, though, I am gonna ask for help or knowledge against this.
Make a religion check for me real quick.
I'm no longer good at that.
12.
Paladin bad at religion checks.
That's
a good
I mean,
Druid.
technically, it actually does just happen because paladins are charisma based. They're not.
I
They're
get
not
that. I
intelligence
just
based.
it's like druids having bad nature checks though. It's just kind
Yeah.
of goofy to me.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, technically, a paladin is not religious. A paladin is just so devout to a path in life that a god looked at them and went, I like that. Here's some power.
I still hate that so much.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not
I mean,
great.
It makes sense to a degree because the clerics would be the quote clergy religious ones, but
Mm-hmm.
But the paladins were supposed to be like the military force of the church.
Yeah.
yes.
It very much feels
Those were
weird that
the,
they're like... Yeah, it does feel weird that they had to like separate the two of them. It's kind of like, well, the clergyman could be the devout men, and then the paladins are, like you said, the military force. So there are the two sides. Clerics are more the supportive side of thing, and paladins are the offensive side of things. They didn't need to separate them.
Yeah, if you look into history, the paladins would be the Knights Templar, the warrior monks.
Yeah.
Versus the clergy,
I was just about to say
just
that.
in a fantasy setting. Yeah.
That's what bugs me about it. Like, I get it. I get what they're doing and trying to free paladins up, but like,
Yep. But
anyways,
I don't know. I feel
trying
like it
to...
makes Paladin a bit nice because that's what makes me kind of.
Well, I mean, that's what Jack's saying. Like, he gets it, and same here. Like, I get it, what they were doing. It opens it up for people to, like, do a bunch of things with it, but it does rob a little bit away of what a paladin is, since the whole point is they're an offensive version of a devout follower.
Well, at least now clerics can just be offensive.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
But trying to reach out and attain some form of knowledge towards this essence, this creature, whatever it may be. Unfortunately, even in that peace and quiet, it feels as though any sort of deviation, any sort of disconnect would tremble upon that moment of peace. That's not allowing you to have that answer come through. Feels like it's walking on that thin line. If it tries to give you more, then it's going to collapse.
Like walking across a frozen lake, and you're not sure if it's fully frozen or not.
Kinda, yeah.
Yep. Fuck.
I mean, don't walk across a frozen lake.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you gotta take the risk, man.
Like for when?
Funsies.
Well,
So what I'm hearing is it's self-inflicted.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. You say that as if it's never not. But, now the case. Anything else besides your meditation session?
I think we all need to rest, and maybe tomorrow.
It is barely the afternoon.
That's fine.
How
That is-
far away is the cottage?
Are we really fucking up our sleep schedule again, guys? Like, come on.
No, we can still, because we had to fly a decent distance away, I'm guessing.
That's small. Yeah, it's like decent, yeah.
So we could travel,
Yeah, we could travel.
get within close enough distance that we could get there tomorrow morning if we sleep tonight.
Somewhere in the mountains.
We coming around the mountain when she comes.
Meanwhile, the little jellyfish dudes have found your crown and are eating it.
Okay, to be fair though, do we want a possessed Volmer with the crown on?
Albatross.
God damn it.
Love you, Damar.
So what's the plan?
Back in the cart. Travel. Make camp.
You're practically at the foot of the mountain as it is already. Traveling to the actual foot of it won't take anything less than an hour.
I mean,
Well, why don't we just spend the rest of the day going to do what we were originally doing and looking for the crown by combing the mountain with...
That's
Take
a
magic.
lot of mountain and a lot of creatures that can fly.
Oh yeah, but we can get started, is my
Yeah.
point.
the problem I'm having with that is while, like, we were flying up there, because we're going to need the Pegasus if we do that. It, because we'll run out of boot flying. We want to maintain that. And my Pegasus is affected by this spooky bitch. Didn't know she was into animals, but
She likes pets. Misha was
She's
in that vision.
She takes the form of like a fucking. You ever seen Hercules?
Oh yeah, the female Pegasus.
Yep.
actually, I have a fucking idea. I could dismiss my Pegasus, unbond with it, and summon a new one.
Can you?
Yes.
Would it still be there?
It'd be a completely different Pegasus.
Can you willingly unbond the Pegasus?
Yes.
And just get a new Pegasus that hasn't been affected by this bitch, so it doesn't have negative intelligence checks.
As an action, you can release a mount from its bond, causing it to disappear permanently.
Huh.
So I could, before we try to sleep.
You can doom it to the Feywild to forever be haunted by this bitch until it dies.
Oh, this poor Pegasus.
It's a spirit, not a Fey entity.
You're gonna leave it off worse than I leave Howard most of the time.
Kind of sadly true.
I mean,
It just poops out of existence, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And he just poops a brand new one. Like, literally brand spanking new, apparently.
Yeah. I think that might be what we do, because keep in mind that's my only 4th level spell slot.
So, KTK, I need a reminder. How much of the Triad has Dalmar heard of? Or positive gods in your world in general?
Not much. Mostly due to the fact that Borisland as a whole really disregards the gods a lot. The only time really any religious speak is of them is mostly in heresy or in discrimination. Like, oh, check out this fucking loser. Thinks the gods are actually watching out for them. Well, you're in Borisland, you douche.
Welcome to
It's very, like,
Borisland.
minor
I mean,
things.
there was some information we gathered when we were in Luma,
Mm-hmm.
looking at churches and shit.
But also
Welcome to
Luma's
Borisland,
on a different
fuck the
continent.
gods.
Yeah,
That's
but Luma's
true.
on a completely different
But, like-
continent. Luma's, yeah.
Delmar would have that information at this
He
point.
would. What I'm saying is that when it comes to like what he's actually heard about the Triad, not terribly much unless he's looked into it directly, which he's had no opportunity to really do so in his
Yeah.
lifetime. And then in Luma, he's never looked into religious figures. He's always looked into other things.
Ash has a pile of books in her bag that used to
I
be
mean, so
Jack.
does Jack, yeah.
Yeah.
And-
So why don't we just look through those and see
The
if
other
we
thing
can
to keep in
toss down
mind-
one of those books?
The Triad, KTK, isn't a thing. Really in
It's
the
not
world?
necessarily a thing. It's more of like a gathering more than anything.
Yeah,
3 separate gods that become one, essentially speaking.
Because you had told me when we first started that, like, the other gods would see that as, like, teaming up type of
Yep.
thing, so they didn't... It's
Yep.
not like Faerun's Triad.
Okay.
So I was more meaning like the Triad is in like those 3 individuals more than anything. Because, yeah, as Jack said, in more aspects, there are no accompaniment and no unifications of the gods for the exact reason that if the gods can make a group, so can the evil gods. And that's the last thing you want for them to get together.
You know what? Dalmar is going to meditate and talk to his Kalashtar spirit and see what he thinks about the gods and all that. Or the
You would
prospect of good versus evil.
you would get a very swift reply, a personal emotion of acknowledgement and understanding. But there's also a linking sensation of self-accomplishment and self-worth. There's no disrespect. In fact, there's honestly a lot of respect aimed towards the idea of the gods. But at the same time, at least from the mindset of your Kalashtar spirit, it's not the gods that enact your actions, but you yourself. As much as prayer and faith, he acknowledges has a lot of strength, all that pales in comparison to a spear through the heart.
Okay.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'm swapping out the Pegasus.
Sorry.
Getting
Wait,
good.
Jack, why don't we wait until why don't we ride out on the Pegasus, and if it starts doing shit, then we swap.
It's going to do shit. It already did
Yeah, but we can
stuff earlier. Like that.
safely dismount and fly off. Is
You
more my
two can.
point.
Yeah. And also, if we're going to travel a little bit further down the road, it veers off the road. I think right now we get a new one.
Fair.
Amatilla,
We
sorry,
figured it was-
buddy.
It was worth talking about.
Nope. We'd be like, sorry, we'll get this fixed. You did good.
You will not be back.
Yep.
No.
I will.
There is a loose acknowledgement.
I'll give you scritches.
Give it scritches as it vanishes from sight. As you see it, instead of the form of a Pegasus, it kind of deflates into the form of its original spirit before fading out like a flame in the wind.
10 minutes. I'm a new one.
After 10 minutes, a brand spanking new Pegasus that has
Griffin,
golden eyes
Griffin, Griffin.
and golden hair.
Oh fuck.
No, I'm kidding.
For real?
No. No, it's
Jack is not fucking a horse. That's where he draws the line.
Zeus, knock it off!
Exactly.
Loki, is that you?
Jesus.
But with a new
Most
Pegasus
yeah.
in tow, that no longer is afflicted by whatever sort of curse, possession, disease, illusion, whatever this thing is. At least now you know that you can be comfortable that when you're riding it, it won't suddenly dive bomb you into the side of the mountain.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
For the moment, until it does get affected by it.
In which case, we stop, we take a break, and we just take a breather.
He can't
Oh, you have
do
to
it
rest for
again.
8 hours for Jack to get his spell slot back, kill that one,
Yeah,
do a new one.
That's more my point.
You know.
As you begin to make your distance to the foot of the mountain once more, before starting your climb, in the loosely mid-afternoon time. We'll pick up with that next week. So you guys get to chase after my little aberration.